did they do election for King Charles? I ask you. UK is busy successfully running their monarchy system of government. Their natural way. They modified it to suit them. But they impose everything on you. They created a space. They created a name called Nigeria for you, and amalgamated, put different people and say you are Nigerians. And you see people, dancing. People are happy. Why wouldn't they take you anywhere you go? You show Nigeria passport. Why wouldn't they take you as animals that need to be put inside a cage? A time will come when anytime you go to Thailand, you show Nigerian passport. They first of all they say, why did you come? Why did you stay even in economic class inside aircraft? That they're supposed to put you in a cage. Where is the cage you are coming with? Because that is what Nigerians is a racial slur. It's a racial construct. It's an insult to be called a Nigerian. If care is not taken, a time will come when, if you are traveling to Indonesia, you show your passport at the port of entry. They say, where is your cage? Because you are not supposed to travel like other human beings. You are supposed to be in a luggage, in a cage, put in a luggage. Because that is where you belong to. When you can see people openly paying for vote, open, it's in video. People are not ashamed. Nigerians are no more ashamed of that. They video it, put it on social media, vote buying, and it means nothing. Tomorrow somebody will come, hey, we have win election. America will now announce, the largest democracy have done election. Shame on you all. Shame. Our leader have been shouting here that the problem we have, the black race have, Nigerians have, is the way we reason. That is the problem. People with no class, no honor, no dignity. That is how bad it is. I'm telling you honestly. I don't want to preach, but sometimes when you handle this microphone, more bata n'ime gị, more na nna ha bata n'ime gị, sị gị kwuo okwu, ị na-ekwu without even knowing what you are saying. Therefore, we must continue. Today, as I said, we will be in an interaction with Mazi Chanasa Nworu, who will join me in a jiffy. Therefore, we continue. What we are saying, the election that is going to be tomorrow, Biafrans should be careful, because they always use Igbo man to settle Nigeria problem. That is, but even it came from the mouth of Nnamdi Azikiwe, that the Igbo man has accepted the fate, his fate, to be the sacrificial lamb for the case of Nigeria. This is the cost we are removing from our lives. That is why we want to remove ourselves from that cost, because Nigeria is a cost. If you don't know it, if you don't understand, know it today. Nigeria is the problem. Nigeria is a cause. No person can fix Nigeria. It doesn't matter whatever that happens. No person. I say nobody, no angel, no demon. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. No person can fix Nigeria. That is the reality. Therefore, that is why we, IPOB, we are never interested in the Nigeria election. Do you understand? We are not interested in anything the Nigeria election. What we are interested in is the restoration of Biafra. I saw even a place in Kano. The Nigeria, I will analyze that another day. The Nigeria Central Bank is moving around, going into communities, villages, going into villages in the north, changing into remote areas, desert areas. You know how their villages are. You can travel up to 200 kilometers inside before you can see a group of huts, in the name of a village. But the Nigerian Central Bank, they dispatch with money, with the new Naira money. They dispatch their personnel, calling villagers and say, "Oh, how much do you have?" You change it. They change their money for them. In one Nigeria. Whereas in the south, people are killing themselves because of it. Why can't you have sense? India. Sometimes I say no. Now I start understanding why majority of the black African slaves come from the bite of Biafra. I'm telling you honestly. Both Yoruba, Ijo, Igbo, all Ndiara, perfect slaves. They don't think. Instead, Igbo man say, look at what is happening in the north. Whereas they starve you of cash in the south. They take car, take buses, load the money, buses, load the money on buses. Central bank personnel going to villagers in the north and asking them, not even them coming to the bank, asking them, bring how much you have. They change their old notes to the new notes. And you're telling me one Nigeria, and people are doing, oh yeah, yeah. Infantile, you are electioneering in the era. We must continue to the business of the day, please. I am now joined by mazi Chanasa Nworu, a member of the DOS, in order to do the needful, as we have started by praying. I go for Okochukwu Okeabiama, and we have also played our national anthem. Therefore, I am joined by Mazi Chanasa Nworu. Mazi, please welcome to the program and start by making your preamble, please, if you may. There will Mazi.
Mazi Chinedu, good evening.
There will.
I don't know if you know the spirit of Biafra have overwhelmed you, that when you are speaking on radio, you are in another level. May Chukwuka bless you. And bless all Biafrans. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi Chanasa Nworu. This evening, I come to you people because of the burning issues surrounding the Biafran struggle, surrounding our mission to make sure we restore Biafra, surrounding the Nigerian selection they are all prisoners of conscience, detained in all different facilities in Nigeria, both in the northern part of Nigeria, in the western part, and in Biafra land especially. Mazi, there are two topics we want to address this evening. And I'm going to take up the first one. The health of our leader is very, very important for us to discuss it. But I'm going to take up the issue of the Nigerian selection called election in our land. Mazi, it's unfortunate. I know it's all these agent provocateurs, mischievous people who want to label IPOB a bad name, that they have taken the slogan of no election, sit at home. Mazi Chinedi, if you can agree with me, for those who knows IPOB, actually that want to say anything about election. We normally say we will boycott. We will boycott any election. That is the word we normally use, both in our press release, both when we campaign to boycott. We have many of the flyers still on the social media. When we campaign for boycott of election, we are very, very careful the way we choose our word. IPOB is very careful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very careful the way he chooses that particular word. We say we are boycotting the election. And during the Anambra election, that was when this issue of boycott. And during that time, we weigh the ups and downs before our leader calls it off. Even the presidential election, the last time, why did our leader call it off? It's on the public domain. Thank God for those who have gone to the archives of IPOB and they brought out all those places where our leader clearly answered people. Even on this 2023 election, he answered people clearly. He led the person who was asking him that particular question, one of those who were talking about how we will destroy, he told them, no, we won't do that. That we will not do it because this their democratic, game that they have trying to force on the throat of Africans. And that if we go against it, we will make ourselves the enemies of the world for those championing their democracy policies. For that reason, that we don't need to disrupt their elections. For that reason, it is very easy to disrupt this election. But we know better than most of them that are shouting and causing problem. And to be frank, some of these people causing these problems, you don't see them come in the main market. You don't see them come in Ariaba. You don't see them come in the central places. They are somewhere in a village where there are nobody even moving. They will draw down a poster, set it on fire, where there is nobody on the street, where there is nobody moving, no cars moving. They will pull down a banner and set it on fire and start spreading it on social media. Nigerian media, those who have paid, we use it and start spreading IPOB. Said these are all hatchet jobs. Because they have failed to tag IPOB as a terrorist group during the Anambra election or since the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. From that particular moment, they are working seriously, trying to set up other things that they can use to be able to trap IPOB. That's why you see them. If they kill somebody somewhere, they say it's IPOB. The question is, during Nigerian electoral processes or during Nigerian electoral campaigns, were there political assassinations? Were there people who normally kill themselves for political reasons, for one thing or the other? Suddenly in Nigeria, Every killing now is on IPOB. Every killing is on ESN. For 1 year, 8 months since the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB have done their very best to defend themselves. And this night is the last day we are going to be on offensive on this particular topic. We're going to be on defensive on this part because they have used this their election, push us. We try to always defend, tell the people we are not responsible. They planned for this election not to hold in the whole of Southeast. That was the plan of the APC government, and they started it with Hope Uzodimma. If you come in Imo State, already there are many places INEC said there won't be election. They have cancelled because that is what they want. You come in the whole of Biafra land have the most cancelled polling units. Had it been IPOB have already made official statement that there won't be election, they would have even showed those things to the public. They will say everything on the head of IPOB. These are the things we have been educating our people, informing our people, that IPOB at no time that we are boycotting or stopping people to go to cast their vote. There is one of the video our leader said something, that was when he was in Canada. Besides, our people are shouting, we want the Igbo presidency. This is it in their hand. We don't want tomorrow because the same people are the people we are defending. When we say boycott election, it is not by force. We try to give reasons why our people will not vote. We tell them do not. But if people found out since the detention of extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to INEC, this year is the year, this presidential election is when there are more Igbos or Biafran registered vote who are going to vote at this particular moment. This is IPOB. From their 90 million voters, people that registered voters, and from their record,
93 million.
You have to consider
93
this
million.
number.
Mazi 93 million, according to INEC.
93 million. Thank you. 93 million. And from this 93 million, this is the first time our people, because we don't want to force our people to do what they don't want. That's why we, on referendum also, we will give them the chance to vote. According to INEC record, this is the highest time Biafrans have registered to vote, more than ever since 1957. They started when they were fighting for the independence. That Igbo voters or Biafran voters is more than half, because Igbo voters from the north to the west to the south, as they said, is almost 30-something million. Then the whole of Biafra land in the southeast as a region have almost more than 50% of that vote. Southeast, they are the people that have registered and have more voters card, and they are ready to exercise that right tomorrow. The question is this: why will you obstruct them? Why will you go to kill them? Why will you be harassing them? How will you be brandishing gun, asking people that when you come out to vote, you are going to, for me or for us in IPOB leadership, and those who knows how the ground is, how ground zero is, some of these things, it is also the Nigerian government and their agent provocateurs are trying to intimidate our people. They are trying to scare our people, and at the end of the day, it is IPOB they are calling their name. Reasons are, From the beginning, we know why we said if you want to be an IPOB member, you must come inside fully to be an IPOB member. Out of emotion, out of people not having critical thinking, some foolish Biafrans, I would call them foolish, they started to support something they don't know, and even the person supporting have no idea. They did not know all these people were planted to come to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran struggle. And today, many of them that are out there now saying IPOB don't want votes to happen, they were all online attacking the IPOB leadership, attacking, calling us all sorts of names, doing all sorts of caricature on the IPOB, when we told them we are not making any statement for this Nigerian selection, because we know the plans of the Nigerian government. We know the plans of the agent provocateurs. Mazi, those who took the contract, they know they have failed. What they thought will happen, they know it won't work. Today, APC have suspended Joseph Kalu, who is one of the major contractors from this APC government to set Southeast on blaze, to make sure that Southeast will be ungovernable, because that has been their system. When something happened in Ohafia, he was boasting how he will bring the military. His plans was that he will set Abia State on fire. But unfortunately, maybe Okezi Bazon, whoever gave him the advice, he became very careful when he was pushing him. If not, what is happening in Imo State will be happening in Abia State. In Anambra also, they plan to set Anambra on fire. We don't want to say what we are doing. Even those, the places they send in, they want to destabilize Anambra, so that at the end of the day, our people will put the blame, as like they are putting this blame now. They knew very well it is not IPOBs behind this, but because of one criminal, one agent provocateur, who they have used and make sure he continually used the name of IPOB to commit heinous crime against our people. You know, when you take over a contract from people to deliver, when you fail to deliver, they will come after you. And that is what is happening to some of them. When you promise them that you are going to destroy IPOB, when you promise the Nigerian government, you promise Malami, you promise Tinubu, you promise Mongonu, the NIA, that you will destroy IPOB. They signed a contract. They handed you over money from third party. You gave them all the promises. You buy new suits. You buy new clothes. You come on air, you start talking rubbish. IPOB, you do not know when it was formed. You have never been an IPOB member, but you have used, even if politicians kill themselves, you come on air and take credit of something you don't know. You come on air and boast on what you don't know about. I don't know what people were thinking when all those things were going on. Who are they killing? Our own people. So if you kill your own people, tomorrow you come back to tell them what? And that has been their plan. Their plan is not only to kill our own people, their plan is also to set Southeast on fire, so that the Nigerian government can descend on the innocent civilians and the massacred people, and nothing will happen. I do not understand if our people are connecting the dots. From the time they killed the military guy and his wife, that was the day the UN rapporteur was coming to Nigeria. A night before that, these people were massacred, were butchered. It was all over the newspaper. They want to tell the United Nations this is what these people were doing. IPOB, we came out and defend all this. They moved to Tony Blair. They moved to Tony Blair Institute. For those of you who know Tony Blair Institute, go and check their profile. Everybody working on Tony Blair Institute, they are all Fulanis and the Hausas. Especially Fulanis are all the people employed in that particular place. They continue the campaign against us. Tony Blair Institute came up, put up his own report. That is when they are gathering. Because as they crime, what you will ask yourself is, before this time, mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before this time, were there reports gathering like the way they have gathered it in this 1 year, 8 months? No. From the time they hold mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they know they have no case against him. They start now committing crimes that they will put target on IPOB and now move to the international level, trying to tag IPOB a terrorist group. From Tony Blair Institute, it's not enough. They move on to the Global Index and the IEP. They move on to that place. And I'm telling Biafrans today, as most of you were on social media talking rubbish, talking things you don't know, every of our own people killed. You people don't ask, where is Lai Mohammed? Most of you heard when Lai Mohammed asked for a fund from the Senate, when they were approving fund for him. He said that they should increase fund for him because the people he is fighting, that they don't sleep. Fund was released for him. Everybody that was killed in the southeast, the things are handed over to Lai Mohammed. And Lai Mohammed, we move it to Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon in UK. He is their hatchet man in the UK House of Law. That is where our problems lies. That is why mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released, because everything that happens in our land, anybody killed, anybody that they attacked, all are packaged, handed over to Lai Mohammed by the military and the police. Lai Mohammed will transmit it to Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon. He is a current minister in the House of Lord. You know, UK practice the parliament system of government. You can be a member of the Lords and be a minister also. He is currently serving. Go and check about him. He have a very strong tie with the Fulanis in Nigeria. He is their hatchet man, I think, with origin from Pakistan or Fulani. I don't know how their lineage happened. This is the hatchet man. You are on social media talking rubbish. Why the government is going ahead of you. Tomorrow you wake up and you blame Chanasa Nworu, you blame Chike Doziem, you blame this person, you blame on things you people are not aware of. IPOB was mentioned on the global index. It is the handwork of Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon. They are the hatchet. They are the people. If you bring anything about IPOB, about mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the House of Lords, he will make sure it is trashed. And most of you, they kept you busy to come and attack our people at home. You don't know, as you are killing our people, you are giving them record. Because before now, there was no record of such killing. There was no record that they can be able to compile, because there was none. They know it was the Nigerian military that was killing our people. Nigerian military and the Nigerian SARS were the people massacring our people. Today, you have given them the opportunity to turn the table against us, turn the table against our people, and now everything everybody is talking about now is IPOB killing. Have you seen how all of you failed? Apart from those who know why we are here. Yesterday, our IPOB members in Holland, in Netherlands, protested at the Global Index Office for Terrorism, their office, IEP. They protested at that place. And the protest will continue in their offices around the world. We must make sure that we educate them that they are biased in their reports. Sometimes you thought these are reports that they collected in our place. When they kill, they collect the report. You kill one person, they collect the report. The problem is this: anybody killed, somebody stay on social media and claim to be responsible for it in the name of IPOB. Are we even thinking? Where are our senses? Where are our thinking ability? That somebody will hear a gun shot in far away Cross River. Somebody will hear a gun shot in far away in Anambra. A gun will be shot in the middle of the night. Somebody is on social media claiming what he don't know. Some he knew, some he don't know. He takes because he wants to show the people that gave him contract that I am doing something. He will kill, they will kill the bigger one, and he takes all the glory. And today, this is where the name of IPOB is. In 2016, when Onyendu was in detention in Kuje prison, was when we passed this stage. In 2016, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison when we were fighting to make sure there were drastic steps the IPOB leadership and some people wanted to take. That was when we were advised at that particular point that when you go this way, you will automatically destroy this movement. 2016, we formed ESN. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commissioned ESN. We formed ESN because of the way Fulani herdsmen were attacking our communities, killing our people, destroying everything. That is the reason why our people, nobody was helping us. Even as the Fulanis were advancing drastically, our people were all talking. But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided that we have to move IPOB volunteer to ESN, a more security outfit that can be able to contain the Fulani herdsmen, that is the sole reason of forming ESN and nothing more. And I can say it very clear on radio for people who don't know and people who don't know. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided with the leadership to set up a security outfit to defend our people, some people came and told him, no, let them wear military uniform. Oh my God. They told him, no, this security outfit, let them wear military uniform. Let them come with camouflage, with everything. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sat down. The discussion starts. Advice. We started to seek advice from international diplomats. We started to seek advice from people. And they told us, some people tomorrow are still going to sew military uniform to wear. Sewing a military uniform, it is a different ball game. It is not for the purpose of what we want to tackle first. We want to tackle the issue of insecurity from Fulani herdsmen in our farms. As long as IPOB, we are championing our struggle in a more civilized way, through civil disobedience, through pressure, and we will, even if it takes us 1,000 years. But it doesn't mean if we are pushed to the wall that we won't react. After all, self-defense is a universal right. ESN was formed and they started the job. As some of you are shouting election, election, the Fulani's herdsmen are coming back. They are pushing them again. Of recent, you hear what is happening in Enugu. Some of them are coming in. They brought them more than 500 of them in Ado local government in Benue State. ESN is already at the border of Ebonyi, tackling these Fulani herdsmen. And some of you are on social media talking rubbish. Some of you are on social media displaying your crazy imaginations on social media. Just like Nigerian pastors. What you feel within you, you just pour it out. You talk so that people will listen to you. Causing nuisance on social media. The essence of coming online this night, on the eve of the Nigerian selection called election, IPOB is not interested. IPOB as a movement. And I know when we say we are not interested, we are not interested. It's as simple as that. But it does not mean we can't talk about what is happening in our land. IPOB media warriors, all our independent media outlets, our commentators, you have the right to also expose to the world tomorrow the ills and the evil they are committing on their selection. They are calling election. For the fact that we say we are not interested does not mean you can't report what is happening in your places to show them that Nigeria will never get it right, whether they like it or not. I am let me people tell you something. You see those romancing with the Nigerian government, politicians, so-called groups. You see those people that come, whether they are siblings to our leader, they tell you, I have contact in the State Department. Let me tell you, putting IPOB in the global index, a group of people from the USA Department of State were part of it with Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon. There is a working group in the USA Department that facilitated our name with Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon, that facilitated our name to be put on that global index. It is because that the election, the selection they call election, they are dying to make sure everybody is in Nigeria. All those who are milking Biafra land are in Nigeria. From the east, from the west, all of them, they are there. They are not there because they love us. They are not there because, ask yourself, what does it take to develop? When they are telling you about democracy, they are denying you development. I am telling you, this democracy have never brought anything for our people, no development, nothing on table. Democracy in Nigeria have only provided criminals, political harlots, men of no honor. That is what they have brought to us. They have used democracy and undermine our human resources. They have used democracy to undermine the development of our land. They have used democracy to destroy our people. Because of their democracy, our people are scavenging all over the world. We have all run away from home because of their democracy. Some of us have gone very far and wide. The Arab countries have their own system of government. Are they not developing? The British government have their own system of government, parliamentary system of government with the monarch. Are they not progressing? Go to Brunei. Are they not progressing? Before they destroyed Libya, was Libya not progressing? Where on earth that they are forcing people with this democracy. They have much interest. It is very disappointing that the USA State Department, please, can come on social media, make a video telling Nigerians, people to go and vote INEC. It is, what rubbish are they telling us? I want to know. They are killing Biafrans for how many years? I have never seen the USA Department make a video encouraging the Nigerian military and Nigerian government to stop killing our people. They are polluting our land. I have never seen the United States Department make any short video telling them the dangers of what they are doing, the hazardness of those things to the health of Biafrans. I have never seen where the State Department have made a video to asking the Nigerian government to build roads, put healthcare systems. If you ask them, they will say it is an internal issue. Is a Nigerian election an external issue? Is that a foreign issue? I have never seen them discuss about the extraordinary rendition of thousands of Biafrans who are being held incommunicado. Nobody is talking. But they can go and make a video telling us to come out and vote. To change what? What are we going to change? After 4 years? What will happen next? They sabotage it again? Like the way they encourage Nzogu to carry out a coup, that corruption is in Nigeria. They use the Igbo man after he have carried out the coup d'etat. They turn around and say the coup was is an Igbo against the North, and they turn it against our people. They can play us again. Biafrans, I am making this pronouncement this night. IPOB is not stopping anybody from voting in the Nigerian selection called election tomorrow. If you want to vote, go out there and vote who you like. We are not going to stop you. We are not going to disrupt anybody. But one thing we are going to do, if anybody attack our people in the name of the election, IPOB intelligence unit, you are authorized to watch, be present anywhere they are doing anything. If you found anybody that want to use this election to kill our people, make sure you don't cause any problem. Get a record of that person. If it is our own people, apart from those zombies, monitor them. Anybody who come there to cause problem, and he's a familiar face, he is an Igbo man in our own territory, get his name, get his picture, make sure you identify him, and pass the information as soon as you can to the ESN command. And that person will make sure we pick him. If you kill our people because of election tomorrow, even after the election, we will hunt you down. I'm making it very clear this night. If we kill tomorrow that they are going for election, our people want to go and exercise their right, they want to go and try their luck once or more with Nigeria, whether it works for them or not, they are free to do that. Nigerian election is not stopping the Biafra struggle. After their election, they will see, we will open the bottle. They will see what is another level of agitation. They will see another level of whoever wins as Nigerian president or who wins, they will see another level of agitation. Let's assume there is a ceasefire. Let them do what they want to do. It does not stop our struggle. Restoration of Biafra is a process. But for those who they have paid, the contractors who have taken money, it is unfortunate that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is what they planned. People, they sold him and they come out. It was people who was arranging for him, People who was telling him that we will do it like this, they will do until they put him. And I also want to say something. You see the Nigerian politicians, and all of you, I'm not going to call names, but you see all of you who move around in the name, oh, we want to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know hypocrisy is written all over you people. Because what you people do, you see those siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they are not even reasoning like a full-blooded man. You go, you tip them with something, you control them, and also use them to bring confusion to the public during this election time. This is also a warning to all of you. The election is over. I'm not going to mention your names. Those of you who continue to push them to become antagonists to the IPOB leadership, because they promise you they will destroy IPOB and hand it over to these criminals, agent provocateurs. You continue to fund them. They continue to come in the public, counter anything the IPOB leadership says, counter every move we're trying to make, lied for the leader as he's in the detention, carry all kind of lies to him because he's not outside to know what is happening. You use the lies to manipulate him, making him sometimes to make some wrong decisions against what is happening outside. We know every one of you. You people, at the end of the day, it is this leadership that their names will be called. Because of election, you people taking enemies of Biafra, enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to go to see him in the Kuje prisons. Without even the knowledge of the lawyer, you think we don't know what is happening? You arrange politicians, APC members, you arrange all kind of people, taking them, the same DSS that are giving you people way, the same DSS will also, if DSS don't do it, the same person, the politician you took there, will also come outside and tell people. And at the end of the day, if anything happened to him, all of you will come outside and shout, Chanasa Nworu, Chanasa Nworu, Chanasa Nworu, Chanasa Nworu, DLS. But you people are taking the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition to Nigeria, the first person they arranged, the sibling of Onyendu arranged to go to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was Ojo Zokalo. He went there and insulted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We kept silent. If he harmed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by any means, and we have seen his utterances, Ojo Zokalo, we have seen what he's doing. That is not enough. You people arrange Hope Uzodimma to go to see him. That one fell. You arrange MNK, APC, this thing in other state to go to see him. It's not enough. You arrange, you go to Tinubu, you go. Are you people ashamed? Are you not ashamed of yourself because of what you are going to get because of election? Giving IPOB a bad name because of election, Nigerian election. That is why some people are also calling IPOB. Dear friends, let me tell you people one thing you don't know. The greed in some people who are going, and I'm not saying they are the only one, but the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are part of this. They go to some meetings in some places in the name of IPOB leadership. They go to some meetings in the name of it is DOS. They threat people. If you don't do this, they see them as the IPOB leadership. That is why certain things, the name is tagged on us. They are dealing with politicians that after they might have given them something, the politicians will also come and talk outside. If politicians give them $30,000, come outside and say, I have given them $30,000. Now, they found out that the game is being exposed. They are now using a lawyer. When they go and negotiate, they send a lawyer, he go and take in the name of legal fees. Why I am saying these things is that everybody should mind himself. This struggle, many people have died, and we have not come to play. Our people, men have died. And men will continue. We know it is a sacrifice that people have decided. And I'm using this opportunity to thank the ESN command. Thank the ESN, the men who have been defending Biafra land, whether they have or they don't have. Because of their election in to cripple IPOB, you people have seen they closed our account. Our national account, even though they shut it down. They shut it down with flimsy excuse, with lies that have been told Onyendu, because election is coming, to cripple IPOB, cripple them. If they think, because 1 year something, they don't know how ESM is surviving. No, they feel the people they are working for feel, no, you are not telling us the truth. No, shut the account. They shut it. They came on air also and told people they have closed the account. God knows the lies they told Mazi Nworu inside. Because lies is their second name. People of no honor. Because we came into this struggle with a genuine heart. Take IPOB worldwide account, live in their hand, and they are messing up and talking rubbish. Election is on the ground. Everything is to make sure IPOB is dismantled. But I can tell them one thing. Before they touch the foundation of IPOB, I'm telling you, it will take them another 100 years. Let them try. Because the way IPOB is structured is indestructible. The Western world should know that. When we are in over 100 and something countries, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. And I'm using this opportunity also. I know they are listening. We are not stopping any election. We are not against any selection in the Nigeria, in our land. It's not going to stop us from what we are doing. And our quest for the restoration of Biafra, or our restoration of Biafra through a referendum, is unabated, whether you like it or you don't like it. This is our own, it's a universal right. Self-determination. I don't know, it's for some, from some Western people, and for Africans it cannot be. But we are going to prove you people wrong. The world is changing. And the better you accept the reality, it will be better for every one of us. Doing everything to make sure you tag IPOB as a terrorist group so that Mazi Nworu will remain in detention in perpetuity is something you cannot achieve. If you are looking to use Nigerian selection to destroy IPOB, I'm telling you, it is not, you cannot achieve that. Because IPOB, for the past 10 years, we are the most non-violent group fighting for the restoration of their beloved nation. We only set up an Eastern security network for the Fulani herdsmen who are ravaging the fourth most deadliest group, terrorist group in the whole world. And you don't talk about them. You try to call them bandits. You try to call them terrorists. You don't want to mention that the Fulani herdsmen are the one. You will turn it and you coin it to be farmers and herders clash. Which clash? Clash of what? Clash on what? Can I come to Britain and clash with you? You will bundle me and send me back to Africa. How many Africans can try to impose themselves, even those you gave nationality? If you want, you can take it away and throw them back to Africa. But you allow the Fulanis to come in our own land. In our own ancestral land, we have lived for over 5,000 years, to claim that it belongs to them because you British handed them over Nigeria that you created, and they see it as their grandfather's estate. We have come to rewrite the history. It won't be like you think. It is unfortunate that many forces, people don't understand. 1 month to the election, Facebook banned me. What did I write? Since the election is coming up, the United States Army and the Navy and the France, all of them were patrolling in the Gulf of Guinea, going up and down, telling us the Operation Obiangeme Express about insecurity. You people know what you are doing there. And I wrote on social media, as you have stationed in the Gulf of Guinea, Russia will also sooner join you in the Gulf of Guinea and make sure they check all those companies stealing our oil from the Gulf of Guinea. And Facebook, boom, they banned me. They say it is hate speech. This is the kind of forces we are fighting, Biafrans. They told me it is hate speech. Hate speech? You kill people, you kill our people, you imprison our people. How many thousands of Biafran youths are in Abuja prison? They kill us, they harvest our organs. They sell our organs. They sell them in the Western world. And none of you is saying anything about it. But it is the selection that all of you are gallivanting everywhere. Telling us to vote. You are now telling INEC to vote to all these things. Telling us we don't have anybody to support. Excuse me. Mazi Jonathan, I think I have made this very particular topic very, very clear. Tomorrow, as our people are going out in the Southeast, if you want to go and vote, go out there and vote who you like. It is your right if you want to vote. We are not stopping anybody. And in any community, in anywhere, unless the places the INEC have already ruled out, canceled the polling stations, anywhere that anybody from that community disrupt anybody, don't fight him. Get his name. Know who he will pay. There is punishment after that. They can't risk our people to be killed and they walk away and be drinking champagne or because they contracted you. They contracted you for you to come and disrupt our land. I can tell you, Biafrans, we will get Biafra without even tactically and intelligently, we will get Biafra without going on a full-blown war. The war we are only fighting is this Fulani herdsmen. If we can be able to keep away Fulani herdsmen in our place, I can tell you that Biafra is sure. Don't expect the IPOB leadership to always come on the social media to tell you. How many times have Nigerian government come on social media and tell you what they are doing? Some of you will be there. Hey, what are you people doing? So if we are doing something, we come and tell you so that you go and sell it. Many of you, the small information you know about IPOB, you have all sold it to politicians. You have sold it. You collected money. Some of you just to call one, I am speaking with a power flow. I need to do this thing. You take money on their name. People go, they meet politicians. They meet people. They talk. You know, I know Chanasa Nworu now. I know. You say, you take money on behalf of Chanasa Nworu. We don't know. At the end of the day, we're hearing it. We look at you. You are stupid. You go somewhere, you claim. That is why every one of you saw when DOS talk about, I don't understand. You see the siblings of Onyendu, you saw the other one, he come on social media, he will say, leadership, IPOB leadership is different from DOS. I think most of you used to see it. Do you calculate? Do you know what they mean? Because they are going somewhere, taking money on behalf of IPOB, say they are the leadership of IPOB. When you try to say, they tell you DOS is not IPOB leadership. They tell you DOS is not IPOB leadership. IPOB leadership is different. DOS is different. Can you imagine their stupidity, their greed?
Mazi, they try to destroy DOS nowhere. That is why they opted in this tactics.
Mazi, from the day Onyendu was rendition, The message they give to Onyendu was dissolve DOS. That was the job they gave to them. And they know because somebody like Chanasa Nworu is there. They know that somebody like Chike Doziem is there. They know that Abanyim is there. They know that Ofoma is there. What people don't understand was before that time, can you imagine the secretary of Onyendu that time to sack Chukwu the Ofoma, sack Tony Nzurumike, sack many people, remove the letter and put. That was all when they started their hatchet job. Thinking to bring confusion in IPOB. And I come as a Nandekan, I said, Onisi, what is this? He said, who wrote this? I said, your secretary. She wrote this and signed it and put in the public that Chukwu the Ofoma is sacked because they are looking for the radio. They are around. They told them, go, destroy the DOS. That's why the other one, that Omoadaka, the one that came and told me, dissolve the. Let me tell you, Mazi, it is not only this offer. I will not say some things they said and other people. Even to the extent some of them went, contact some government agency for us to hand over ESN to them. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now is in captivity. That we don't have money to feed them. That we should hand ESN over to them. Hand it over to government. Can you believe that? And dear friends, some people are talking rubbish. People who don't, and some of them, I am asking, is it 5, 6, 7 people, 8 people you see in the bush, naked? Is that ESN? Is that the people that will fight for your freedom? Is that how you want? This is political thuggery. It is an old system of business in Nigeria. Like our brothers in the coastal region, when they need money, they are 10, 5, they carry gun. Oh, give us oil pipeline, contract. They shout, they give them money, they disappear. When they threaten a politician, they threaten one person, they tell him, I will show you my voice. They go, gather 10, 20 people, they show them, this is IPOB. When IPOB is controlling over 200,000 men, have you not seen them? Haven't you seen them when they were launched? Now they have increased in number. And we are everywhere. We are in the bushes. We are everywhere. That's why Fulani cannot penetrate Biafra land and commit. One thing is this. These places is in Enugu. These are people. When you come to support them, they will chase you away. Chase ESM. When the problems start coming, you start seeing them. They start shouting, oh, they have killed also. They have killed also. Aka Eburishi, Eburumante. Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here so that if you have something to say, then we can turn this conversation into more interactive.
Yes. There is something I want to also, I want you to also to talk about. You know, just like a brain teaser. You mentioned about what Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon, you know, British, they love to answer Lord, you know. What he's doing, his role in making sure that IPOB's name appears on that terrorist list. Anyhow you say it. Now, my question is, what about the other people, Igbo people or Igbo British people in the British Parliament? What are they contributing to making sure that we are free, or at least to doing something? We have people like Chi Onwora, Chuka Omonna, and all the others. They are there. Why is it that wherever the Fulani is, they make sure they defend their own. They defend, and it doesn't matter. Even in a hostile situation, they are always bold to defend. But wherever you see our people are in that they want to. They say, "Oh boy, now don't we don't want problem or make this thing I hustle for." What is happening? Why? What is their own job? Mazi, please, if you can talk about it.
Mazi, let me tell you something. There is something I realize. And I know many people might not realize it. You know, anywhere you are, your environment affects you. Do you understand me? Your environment affects you. Your environment will shape your behavior. You know, these our people, everybody want to go to UK to obtain, they give you scholarship, you go there to study, you see the good things. Who wants to come back? People think that they love us when they are doing those things. No. You know, other countries, go to Asia, go to other places. When they go to study, immediately they go and study, they return back to their country. You know, our own, somebody will go on transit. He will enter a country transit. He remain there. Those people you are talking in UK, maybe their parents left. You don't know the background of their parents. Some of them went on scholarship through Nigerian government, trained their children, and you're expecting their children to grow up. They are pure one Nigerianist. They answer name just as an Igbo man. Their mind, the way they reason, is not of their own people. It is like a robot. They put up a new thinking machine on him. They don't reason the way you reason. We must accept these things. That's why all those our people you see there, they can't do anything. They're not reasoning what you are reasoning. They don't see it. They see you people as a backward people. That is how they have positioned them. It is very rare. You see people, when they go there and they comes back like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who, when you see everything, you find out, no, this is a cage. They are caging us here. Mazi, you are expecting them to do something when your own senators at home cannot table your matter in the House of Senate. Your own House of Representatives of Igbo extractions in Nigeria cannot table anything for you, his own people, in the House of Senate. You know, when we say these things, I used to laugh at people who will say, vote me. If you vote me in, I will go there, we talk about Biafra. Rubbish. We talk about, it's rubbish. They don't talk anything. When they vote them in, they have gotten a lifetime salary to take care of them and their family. Just look at, Mazi, we are young, we are hearing about Chimaroke in Enugu. I think he's contesting again. Do you understand me? He set his local government on fire because he has been a governor, be a senate, everything. They don't want to come out. Ask him, what have you brought for your people? Ask him, what have you brought on table? All of them, have they been able to come together to ask for something for the people of their own region? No. So if those people at home cannot get us a pipe bomb water, they cannot get us good road, they cannot get us good health care education, they cannot get us education, free education. What are you expecting from the British? Are more corrupt, sir. Everything Nigeria is doing, they are the one who taught them. They are heavily corrupt. They are corrupt. Forget about all this, you promote Britain, Great Britain. What is great? Those who are living in London, tell me what is great about Britain. Nigeria is in this situation. It's their handwork. Every stolen money goes to the West. So those ones are there. They meet people that come from Nigeria. They meet them, and they build connection to only lobby for them what they want in that place. That is all that is they are there for. They are not there for you and me. They are not there for the wealthy. He will tell you I'm a British citizen. What you are talking, he doesn't know. Maybe he haven't even come home anytime. He haven't even know where he comes from. So sometimes you don't know whether his father was a Sabo Seth during the Civil War. and he ran away. So don't expect anything from all these people. It is all in our hand, mazi.
Of course it is. Mazi, another thing before we go into the next phase. You know, some people are always saying, okay, why should there be calm in Biafra land while our leader is in the DSS custody, suffering? Why should there be calm? Then what shows that there is something happening? There is freedom fighting, that we want to restore our nation. What is the proof? While we calm and everywhere is calm, and the election will take place in our land. They will give you example. Look at Ambazonia. They don't even want their people, no election in their side. Why should we allow our own? Mazi, please, what will you say about this, please?
Mazi, I will tell you some people talking rubbish. Number one, let me tell you about Ambazonia. Ambazonia situation is not like our own. Are you understanding me? Ambazonia situation, Ambazonia have their autonomy when they left Enugu to build. To what they call it? Is it
yes,
when
they left
in Ambazonia?
East Central State.
They left
Nigeria. Yes.
They left Enugu to that. When they are a region on their own.
It's through referendum.
It has not
through referendum,
and it is through a referendum. It is signed also in the United Nations. They are a region. They are not full Cameroon. They were a region, but they
autonomous.
Whether it was German colony. Thank you. So, number two, let me tell you what Ambazonians does. When you hear, I don't want to say this, but we are an ally with Ambazonia. Do you understand me? So I can tell you more, top information than what you can hear on social media. The Ambazonia, during the election, many of their politicians are in support of what they are doing. Many. You saw one of the Ambazonia politicians speaking in the Cameroonian House of Senate. I think the video was viral. Show me one Biafran senator. Show me one Biafran House of Parliament who have raised this topic and stand on it and talk about how our people are being killed. Show me. Show me one person.
No,
sometimes people can equate things just the way they want to equate it. Ambazonia was a region. They have their prime ministers. They have their educational system is different from the Francophone side. Everything was different. Why they started to fight to be fully independent is because there is encroachment. Their language, they are forced to change their language. They want to assimilate them as full Cameroonians, as the Francophone. They want them to teach their children French. Why they speak English? They don't take them in job a lot. Their judges, the judges brought to their own region will now handle cases on French. Many Ambazonians come to Cross River. Most of them study in Biafra land, even till death. They normally come to school because it's English speaking side. So all these things, people don't understand. They just say Ambazonia. Ambazonia was already a region ruled by they ruled themselves. So anybody comparing Ambazonia
and
with us is a
by the law,
ballgame.
guaranteed by the law, agreement charter, and
by the law of the United Nations Charter. That is it. And also, look, people think, Maz, let me tell you another thing. If we go that way, the only friendly border for Ambazonia is Biafra land. You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your neighbor. Do you understand my point, Mazi? You can choose your friends, We can decide to choose, oh, America is our friend, Britain is not our friend. But you can't choose your neighbor, your neighbor. We are the closest neighbor of Amazonia. And as they are fighting, our place has become a refuge for them. So imagine when we put more, they won't even see a place to hide. They won't even see a place to seek refuge. It doesn't mean that is the reason, because already we are an ally. And what we plan to execute or how we plan to approach these things is things that it must be on a mutual understanding. For the fact that Nigeria build a bridge or do this, it doesn't stop anything. It doesn't stop the restoration of. One day they will be trying to do things to make sure if it will make us. People will say, "Oh, they do these things for us like as if they are doing us a favor." They are responsibilities. We are not going to go the way of Amazonia. Every people have their own genuine way and tactics, because no man ever becomes great through imitation. It's because of the way they are doing now. I think they are contract agent propaganda. Because you want to jump, because other people are doing. You have to check things happening in your own sovereign, in your own territory, before you execute. Our people are more sophisticated than what they are seeing.
Let me also bring out this issue which you mentioned. So for more elaborations, you know, I have been every time or most of the time I'm always on air. I used to make it reiterate that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering today in DSS dungeon not because he's a criminal. That is number one. He didn't commit any crime. Not because he is from Kanu's family. That is not the reason why he is suffering. But rather because he is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra.
Yes.
You know, requesting, agitating for the restoration of Biafra. That is the only thing. So now I want you to elaborate on this, because these sentiments are, there are many people, you know, our people are sentimental animals. I used to say highly emotional. With emotions, they don't reason properly. Because when you are emotional, your brain neurons, your frontal lobes will start contracting. So filled with adrenaline. So you can never coordinate and reason properly. Some of our people are always this sentimental about the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After all, so after all, everything is after all. As if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there because he's from Kanu's family. Please, Mazi, I want you to elaborate, to let our people understand all these issues, that there should be no sentiment. Because if IPOB leave and say, okay, Kanu family, you take care of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing. Everything, Nigerian government under 1 second without no distance. But please, Mazi, come in here, please. More elaboration is needed.
Mazi, you know, you see anybody who came into this struggle because of you're coming to that Nigerian mentality, my brother Nonishi, or you understanding me? This struggle is, let me tell you something. Every Biafran, all who have participated in one way or the other, they are stakeholders in this struggle. People have paid, you know, apart from those who are dead, who paid with their life, people have lost a lot in this struggle. People, Mazi, sacrifice. People have sacrificed. Mazi, let me give an example. There are cases, many of our members whose wives cannot be able to, you know, go through with these things, stress of meeting, especially if you marry foreign women, all these IPOB, they seek for divorce. They don't want to come into your problem. They destroy their home. There are people who are in detention. We have IPOB members who are incarcerated for 3 years, 4 years. Court have asked for them to be released. They are not yet released. We have people who have died from torture. All these people are stakeholders in this struggle. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came up, but everybody, unless people have forgotten, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching on the Radio Biafra, it was on Radio Biafra that our people unanimously agreed that he will be their leader. We say he will be the leader. When we did that, we did not see anybody. I can tell you the truth. I didn't know who DJ Reza was. It was many years later I know who he was. Who he is, I mean. I didn't know about him. Maybe for 2 years or 3 years I was in contact with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know about DJ Reza. I never heard anybody. I came to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Likewise you, likewise the other person, likewise the other Biafran, likewise every other, and millions of people listening all over. When we came in, I didn't hear the voice of his brothers or his siblings. But it's very, very unfortunate that people don't even, those who call themselves the siblings of Onyendu, don't know when they are bringing disgrace and dishonor to their senior brother who have brought an honor to their brother who is the leader of over 70 million people. They don't even know when they are bringing dishonor. They don't know whether they are blind, whether they think they are smart. Mazi, I can tell you, all of us, if you calculate many IPOB members, Mazi, we are abroad. Somebody like me, I have seen more than 30 countries. Mazi, we know, we know. But when the Biafra spirit, arrest you, he tell you to start work, you have no place to run. You have no place. You have no place to go. And I believe that was how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested also by the spirit of Biafra. And he started to champion this. When he started championing this, he made a call. People came. Millions answered. Suddenly, one of his brothers come out from somewhere and told us that he started IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He started that, we started it together. In this age. You know why I'm shouting this thing is for people to know. There is one Igbo adage. Our people say, Nkita se, na nde na-eri na ihe na-eme ya na-eri na ya pakowo ọnụ ya n'elu. No, come on, man, happen here. Ma na ndị na-eri na amaghị ya eri, no ya mere ya na-eri nke ya pasa ya ọnụ n'elu. Let me clarify why we are clarifying all these things is that some of them can retrieve their steps, that what the steps they are taking is not bringing a positive effect on this struggle. Mazi, within 2 years, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I can say I know some things, but since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, I can tell you, I have got access to some information that is humiliating this struggle. Like me, if I look at it sometimes, I say, what is this? Because I have gotten information. People, I mean, those that call themselves have told me, you people are not serious. Where is the money? Who is bringing the money? To IPOB leadership? Say to IPOB leadership? Which IPOB leadership? People don't know before the IPOB leadership released that memo. Our ears were full. Our ears were full. And
you mean the siblings sometimes collect money directly from politicians? With claims
They
of
collect
being IPOB leader.
with claims it is IPOB leadership. With the claims that it is IPOB leadership.
They will
And
do
it is
this
very
for them.
bad.
They will do that for them to control IPOB.
Yes, they will tell them, don't worry, don't mind these people. They are in charge. Mas, let me tell you, these things go to the point. Sometimes people don't know. You know, when ESN is chasing the Fulani or some communities, when ESN chased some of them, and maybe it came in the public that ESN have chased, some of them quickly ran to some people, said, you see, ESN have chased these people here. Give us, even as this election is coming now, I don't want to mention names. Some of them went to some governors, tell them, give ESN money, give them money, they will take care of the election. And when they come, I say, what? What? Which election? IPOB is not interested in your election. What we are saying is this, Mazi. We don't care for the money. We don't care what. You can go, they give you anything. But remove the name of IPOB. Remove the name of IPOB leadership from the rubbish you are doing. That is my own concern. If you like, if they give you millions, Biafra, if we get Biafra, what is a million? How much are you collecting from them? The problem is the dent on the name of IPOB, the dent on IPOB leadership. That is the problem we are having. They are denting our image. People are killing people in our name. Another group is denting our image with the money they are collecting from politicians, begging money. On day in, day out. How can we, people will see us as a fool. They will see us as fools. Mazi Ojukwu had brothers. I am sure. Wazirika also have siblings. I am sure all of us have siblings. Chanasa Nworu, families, everybody is because of problem. They don't want problem because they are not part of what I'm doing. But you see, do you understand me? Siblings of Onyendu, they are parading everywhere. They parade, they walk around with politicians. Somebody will start asking you, is it the same struggle you people are doing? Other coordinators are sleeping in the bush 6 months, 4 months, where they are pursuing them. Then people will romance with Malami, romance with Nigerian Intelligence Agency, romance with DSS, romance with what kind of... Is Onyendu out? No. Tomorrow, they come out and say, DOS. Like how they knew Onyendu was renditioned. They knew Onyendu was arrested. They knew Onyendu was kept, being tortured. At the end of the day, who did the blame goes to? It's the DOS. It's the DOS. Because they have seen people. They will dump the whole garbage on their head. We told them, do whatever you want to do in your name. You get a business in your name. But remove the name of IPOB. Remove going to politicians in the name of IPOB. Our leader is in the detention. And also, I believe the politicians, and some of them intentionally doing that, calling them, infusing them with money so that they will become a tool in their hand. That is why you see them galvanizing on social media. IPOB wrote this, they attack. You do this, they attack. The brother came, they attack. The people that told you, they are the one in charge. Onyendu said, don't involve in the finance of IPOB. Understood. I'm going to come on that. I'm going to educate Biafrans on that. Every IPOB member should listen this night. But it's the same people that they say don't look into the account. It's the people you are accusing $760,000. How? How did that thing happen? Where did the money come from? Who is in charge of the money? How it come to Chike Doziem and the people you call DAS Cabal? Why we are the enemy is because we are the last boundary. They know we cannot compromise. They know, they know when they, before they make a move, we know. Before they come to put sweet mouth, we know where they are going. Before they come to advise you to write press release like this, when you Onyendu, when Onyendu was out, Onyendu gave a serious warning. None of his siblings will come to ask you to ask Emapoafu to make press release, and he will do that. That is an order from Onyendu. When they go and talk with politicians, some of them, most of you don't understand what the leadership goes through. We write a press release, you see the call will come. A call, so we don't know what we are doing. This is press release. We know the team that puts it with information, handle these things. Press release, they call. Why did you write like this? Why did you talk about this person? Are you telling us our job now? Beg him, tell him you are sorry for writing this press release. Can you imagine that? When you said you would, even this time Onyendu was sick, that we came and broke the news that Mazi Nnamdi is dying in detention. Even they started their threat that they are going to counter it. And they were asked, before you counter, go back there. Go to Onyendu now. I think you are visiting him. Go there and visit him. Is that not what somebody who have a genuine mind, if they don't want to just fight the IPOB leadership? A news broke down to the social media, broke down to the public about the deteriorating health of Mazi Nnamdi. What will you do? If you feel maybe you didn't notice, you were going to visit Mazi Nnamdi, or you people have opportunity, what you will do is you go there, you visit him, say, Onyendu, this thing that happened like this, so you didn't tell us. You refuse. From that Thursday, you start disturbing, you will, before you understand, they go to the press, they write their own press release, counter everything about the health of Onyendu. Then you ask yourself, is our leader? If we don't speak for our leader, who will speak for him? He is in the hands of the enemy. If we don't fight for his freedom, who will do that? We have sacrificed our life. Our life, I mean, when you say sacrifice your life, it's not, we have sacrificed. You restrict your self-movement. Sometimes, Mazi, this thing we are saying, we are in a very young age. We see our friends, people, they are jumping, dancing, dressing, move with their cars. This is our age. But we are in one place. We don't entertain visitors. We don't go to any occasion. And I can tell you, since 2014 till now, Mazi, I can tell you I have not danced. I don't know. I have lost even a step of how to dance. You take your life away fighting for your own people. And the greatest opposition you will secure is somebody directly who call himself the sibling of the leader, instead for them to come out and all of us work as a team. Every day they accuse you something you don't know. They tell you, you do this, you do that, you do this. You ask them, and I want their friends. That subject is not over. Everybody asks them to bring evidence. You know, since ever the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi, all kind of accusations, ask them to bring evidence. Ask them. Tell them bring evidence. You know, they are provoking us. Because what they themselves did, if we bring it to the public, you know, people will see, if you see them on the way, you will hunt them down. What they did, this set of people, if we release certain things they have done, if you see them on the road, you will lynch them. But we just, for the respect of the struggle, for the respect of Mazi Nnamdi, because of our leader have suffered for this struggle, or the more danger, we have to stand behind him. We have to stand in. Everybody will see it. Mazi Nnamdi will come out. He will take over the leadership. Nobody is dragging it from him. All of you are seeing, if you call Chike Doziemu our leader, they ran to Onyendu in the DSS. See, Chike Doziemu now want to take over the leadership of IPOB. They are calling him the leader. This is how devilish these sets of people are. You see them what they write on social media. Chike Doziem is claiming, is Chike Doziem not a leader? Is a coordinator not a leader? Is people not a leader? Are we not leaders? Is it only one leader? We have leaders and we have one supreme leader. The whole coordinators are leaders. The whole principal officers are leaders. But we have one supreme leader. If you call Chike Doziem leader, they send message. Chike Doziem want to take over from you. He's calling himself the leader. What kind of people are these? When you pray to make money, you pray for good health. Also pray not to have bad siblings. Mazi Chinedu, thank you so much.
There were Mazi. Honestly speaking, you know, there is a one comrade. He said that they don't want to near or hear many things, even in the near leadership. Otherwise, there are things you hear, you become frustrated. Even it can make you run away from the struggle. But here we are. I know I continue. Now, Mazi, let us now go to the second part. That is our leaders' health. Although you briefly touched it, but please, what is going on with how is our leader? How is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, you know, having all these health issues in the world or in one of your own wordings, dying slowly? What is happening? What is happening? How is our leader? Mazi, go on.
Mazi, one thing I will tell you is this. We based, I believe, all the people bringing us information, they are saying it with all honesty. When they visit Onyendu, Onyendu cannot be well, even though he's in the DSS dungeon. There are we know messages because we have worked with him for a very long time. Mazi, with the latest information we got from the last visit, they still maintain that Onyendu health is deteriorating. There is no improvement. And that is where IPOB leadership will stand. Mazi, early this week, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and the son, Michael Zekome, there was a petition they filed in the court to allow Onyendu to have a private doctor who will come to check on him and examine his status of his health. While they were filing that case, they filed the case already. I think on Tuesday they're supposed to go for the court, to be able to, for the hearing to be able to allow Onyendu. Then on Monday, the DSS filed a counter charges against that particular application for Onyendu. Then the following day, which is the day they're supposed to be hearing, the judge said she's sick, she cannot be able to. It was on that time they released this picture. A picture speaks millions of words. A picture speaks millions of languages. Before that time, over the weekend, they released the other picture where Onyendu is looking, strong and fresh. And you know how people behave. People wrote some words. People start saying, I start to receive calls. Members of the leadership start to receive calls. Even there is a way you receive calls, you start to doubt yourself. Even to the point, I called Ejiofor, I told him, when they renditioned Onyendu, they hide it from us. It was hidden from us until they brought him to Nigeria. I told him this time, people are calling me, they said they have released Onyendu. Maybe you people want to hide it also for us. I don't know what we are. He told me, Haba. I think that is why Ejiofor wrote that thing he wrote. Because when we saw the picture, number one, this picture, Onyendu was wearing eyeglass. I said, is it not the same eyeglass that we are fighting to make sure they give him a reading glass? So how come he had this glass? He was wearing a watch on that picture in a very nice distance. What is the intention of the person who released this picture? Is to use the tension that all is well. Election is on the corner. You know, those who collected money, who have promised their sponsors that they will calm down, don't worry, election will happen. You know, as on one way they are shouting no election, other people are shouting it will happen, election will happen. This is all the game they are playing. So in the mind of our people say, you people said Onion. At least I know two people that called me. But you people said Onion is sick. That means he's looking very good. I told him this is not a present picture. I doubt. I don't know who have this picture, but I'm very, very sure that this picture is not in the DSS dungeon. I told him. I said because I knew very well that even by the stage they don't allow them to go in with phones and all these things. Don't use the one of Soludo. He's a governor. He can, because maybe he came in there and permission of the DSS, they take the picture and give to him. He's a governor. They can't deny him. But since Barrister Joffo is going and other legal lawyers, none of them have been able to be. We only used to see Onyendu when he comes to court. And in this way, you start to think. People tell me that they said that even in the DSS, Onyendu he smelled fine better in that place. So look at how he's shining. He quoted me that his in-law said it is better to be in the prison than even to be outside. You see how they put all these things. Mazi, I can tell you, as of today, I'm coming on air. As of today, I spoke with one of those who he told me the situation is still the same. It's not improving. They believe the only way for this remedy is to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released so that he can go for his medical attention, or they allow a private medical doctor to come and they check him and give him the needed medication. You know, because of election, I heard that the British consulate or this thing, they went there. It's because of election. You know, when election people go to meet, they want to touch the pulse to understand his mindset. What is he saying? They want to know whether they are going to be destruction. There is none. You know, in this particular issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people don't understand. There are a lot of things the leadership goes through, but we believe we have to keep it for the good of our leader, for the good of the struggle, for the sake of those who have died in this struggle, and for the sake of those who are still supporting this struggle. We will all I said here, these are secondary issues. The restoration of Biafra is bigger than all these things you said here. The restoration of Biafra, it is not me and you on social media. It involves nation. It involves support. It involves nation that we see the way, the attitude of the leadership, how they handle issues before they will be able to sit down with you and talk. They want to know the capacity, what you people, the substance you are made of. Before you be a leader to sit in front of the world, they run a background check on you. They want to know who you are. These people that are agitating to have a nation, who are they? You think that the CIA, the Mossad, they don't know all of us? They know. They know. They know who we are. And they are taking this struggle serious today is because of the caliber of men that are still in this struggle. They have seen with their eyes. Not to those men in Nupunu. Anywhere they go, they carry women, bringing back, destroying everything. People see this struggle as something to play games. When people see, they say, is this the people talking about freedom? They don't see any sophistication in you. You go out, you wear rings like a native doctor. You come to talk to people. Mazi, thank you so much.
Mazi, I think we open lines so that people will call in. I think so. But before that,
no, Mazi, before you open line, I have a message for our brothers in Ebonyi State.
Go on, please.
Because of insecurity and things that are happening. I don't want to go in details of this thing, but I'm calling our brothers in Abakaleke, in Ohunku, all of you in this area. I have a message for you people, and I have an advice for you people. What I am saying on air, I'm not saying it in a bad faith. I'm not saying it in any way to degrade you or to tag you a bad name. But what I'm trying to say is that as in okenye anaghị anọ n'ụlọ ewu amụọ n'ọbụ. After the Nigerian Civil War, you people say something that somebody will say, no. And none of you, or many of you, some of you have not also tried to understand why some people use some of these words. After all, it's called banter. After all, these are banter. It doesn't mean anything. But what I'm saying now is a very serious issue. In Biafra land, it is only people from this area that are being deceived. They will keep vehicle for you, load you people, bring you to Imo State, bring you to Anambra, bring you to Enugu to commit crime. To come to commit crime. Only this place is happening. It is only in Ebonyi State that political talks, only in Ebonyi State, that they will take a vehicle, keep for you people. You join cars, you come, they dump you in Imo State. So you think you are fighting for Biafra. But remember that ignorance will not save you or will not exonerate you from any crime you are committing. In 1967 to 1970, during the Biafra Civil War, if I said this thing, go back and ask your brothers, ask your uncles, ask the veterans, ask people in that area. They know what I am saying. When the Nigerian military entered Abakaleke, our people in this area was organized in Ohunku. There was a mobilization for us to fight the Nigerian military that entered Abakaleke. That time we were still in Enugu, Star region, in this zone. They call them the Kalik Rangers. The Kalik Rangers. During that period, when they bring them together, they gathered them together to fight the Nigerian army. They turn around, start killing their friends that have beautiful wives. They turn around, start killing their own people, taking their properties, land, taking all these things. It was very common during that time. It brought a very bad name during the Biafra Civil War. The Kalik Rangers. Go and ask about them. Ask your people to tell you about them. You have elders, you have veterans. They were among the people that brought in criminality during that civil war. Today, most of you are being moved. The same criminality that happened, could it be that history is being repeating itself? They gathered all of you in St. Oliver's Parish Church in Amoj, in Ebonyi State. They spoke to you people that they have brought war machines, war everything. Most of you jumped onto these lies. And some of you have You come to Enugu. Because of the activities of many of you people, many IPOB members are suffering today. The same attitude that happened during that time with the Calic Rangers is what is happening in Imo State or Kigbe, all these places. Most of you that come in, you brought in this idea. I don't know how it happened. Could it be history is repeating itself? In Okigbe, they go and take young ladies from their houses. They come to Osuihitupa, many widows that they kill their husband, and those people, criminals in those places, take their women. Killings, all these things. I am saying also something here that everybody will know. We have IPOB members in detention in Enugu prison. Yesterday, when this thing happened to the law, I think when this attack happened on the labor, this thing, DSS went to the Enugu prison and carried every IPOB member from that place. Till now, we don't know where they have taken them to. Reasons are, some of you, I have your names. I have your names here with me. Some of you are working, you said you are autopilot. You know, some of you ignorant. You are in the prison, you are making communication, telling them who to go and kidnap. You don't know DSS is listening to all those rubbish you people are doing there. You don't know. You people don't know. And you are telling your team they should come and break prison. Today, who is paying the IPOB members? Because you people are claiming you are autopilot. All of you claiming you are, and they call all of you IPOB. And you know you are not IPOB. All of you are in the prison. What the problem you are causing, the criminality they brought you people to commit, you are putting it on innocent IPOB members. Now they are paying. Maybe how many IPOB members in Enugu prison disappeared? We don't know where they take them to. These are people, their case is already on the court. They claim they are the one making all these things. The damages you are causing in Biafra land. Remember that Biafra will come and you will find a place to hide yourself if you are alive. History will remember you people. Do not invent what the Calic Rangers did in Abakaleke, in Enugu. Then don't bring it in Biafra land. Let me not assume that you people's leader want to repeat history. A history of rape, which is not our culture. A history of criminality that is not in our IPOB. And you people are not IPOB. But they just rent you people because you hear. Nobody is discriminating you. In this struggle, we have many. Nobody discriminates anybody. People from Abakaleke is grounded in this struggle. From Ebonyi State, they are grounded in this struggle. Stop allowing people to play with your emotion. That they don't like this person because he's from Abakaleke. There is nothing like that in IPO. This is a new nation. And everybody must be carried along. Stop dividing the lines of our unity with your emotions. Stop dividing what we are doing, the restoration of Biafra, with emotions. There is no segregation in Biafra land. And the IPOB will make sure there will never be segregation in this quest for the referendum, for the restoration of Biafra. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu.
Well, there were Mazi. We will go into a short break so that when we come back, our lines will be open so that people will call in and either ask questions or make their brief opinions known, contributions, I should say. Please do not go away. We will be right back.
It turned off the light around 10 p.m. I asked them why. They said that they were using solar. They said that the last time they had light was 10 years ago. A local government in Ekiti State.
They've never had light. It's close to getting to, and I think more than 20 years.
Did you just say Okwa East?
Yes, Okwa East.
Did you just say Okwa East?
Yes, Okwa East.
Well, we had people in Abia State saying that for the 1st of October, Ogikpazu, for obedience for Ikpazu, that he's the best candidate for the Senate. That's a governor that has been there for approximately 8 years. But let's get back to
Okwa East in Abia State. That's talking about the Ndoke, Asa area. Yes. They've never had light close to 20 years. Okay. There's no light.
And that's the people that share a boundary with Afam.
Yes, with Rivers, where you have the power station. They don't have light.
And they've not had light. All right, let's quickly look at this now. Sorry, I'm coming to the former electoral resident electoral saying that no one can write results for them. How important is it that we sound this alarm to politicians? Because as you know, some of them are still thinking that money politics is going to be the way out for them this time.
It's going to be difficult to eradicate it at this time. I have represented INEC. I worked with INEC 2007, 2011. I have been a returning officer for an LGA, and I know how this thing works. Even when you refuse to be compromised, you are threatened. And some of them have narrated my ordeal in one of the local governments when I went. I collected the results. I was going to the state capital. And let me tell you the state, but I won't tell you the local government, Abia State. I was going to the local government and I was on radio. The result I was carrying was being announced and something else was being, I went home with the result. I didn't see that result. And the candidate won. I've told another one again in Rivers State. I went to one of the local government too. I was carrying the results and they said I should bring it and that they're going to write results. What I'm trying to say is that the rec man that is talking now, he's telling us something all of us know. I've been saying it before. Nobody, I repeat again, no Nigerian has ever won an election. All elections in Nigeria has been rigged. Okay. From 1923, 22nd of September 1923, when the first election, when the British allowed us, following the agitation of people like Herbert Macaulay, that formed the first political party in Nigeria. That party was formed in that National Party of Nigeria, NPN, National Democratic Party of Nigeria, the first political party that was formed. That election was rigged because the British didn't want Herbert Macaulay in that parliament. They didn't want him in that place. They rigged him out, arrested him, framed him up of charges, put him in prison. This thing that politicians are doing, British top, but today now, let the Queen come and let the Prime Minister of Britain come and contest election in Nigeria. He will lose the election. You don't win election in Nigeria because you are good. You win election because elections are rigged for you. Results are rigged. Nobody, even Abiola's election, I still look at it this way. All of them from 1999, nobody has won election. All elections have been rigged from councillor to president.
Bring it back to Rivers and his
what the rec man is saying is correct.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. I am here on an interactive session with Mazi Chanasa Nworu. And today is the 24th day of February 2023. Therefore, do not forget, our lines are now opened. Many people are calling. So please, if you call, be brief. Please, because many people want to call. We want to take as much calls as possible before closing. Be considerate to others, please. So you can make your questions or your submissions, contributions to 3 minutes, highest 4 minutes, please. You know, we are disciplined people. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. In order to make your submissions or questions brief, avoid much preambles. Preamble, introduction, thanking. I thank, or you start praying for IPOB, or please. All these things, people are listening. Go straight to your point after introduction, brief introduction of yourself, if you may. Go straight to your point. That is it. That is how things are run. I have callers lining up, but I'll start by this first caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Good evening and good evening to you, Mazi Chanasa Nworu. Good evening to Biafrans, lovers of freedom. My name is Nkama Chukwemeka. I'm calling you from a location. I want to make my contribution. I just listened this evening. I felt new again. The hope came back again. Many things have gone wrong, and many things have been put straight by the grace of Chicken Kabiam. But because of time, let me just plead with the leadership of IPOB and everybody concerned. Our leader have stayed in the detention for so long, and most of us can't bear it, and he's causing more harm than good here in Biafra land. I want to plead with the leadership. Even if allow most of us, please, that can do something. Let's start protesting. We need to do one or two things. Let's protest. We have the ability. We can do it safe. Let's protest. When the time comes, though, I'm sorry, I'm just being personal, but that's what I feel. That's exactly how we did it before, and I believe that's another way. Let's protest. The sacrifice is there. There is no country in the world, in the whole world that secured their freedom without sacrifice. Let's protest. Our belief. I've been in the battlefront. Our people will never give their life for bullets than to stay alive to watch them being defeated. Biafra land is so much important to many Biafrans, even dead and living. Let us protest for the release of our leader. They can kill us, they can do whatever they wish to do. At appropriate time, we will respond adequately. Please, let me save the time for other Biafrans coming.
Mazi Chinas, I think you had him. Can you repeat?
Yes, Mazi.
Yes.
Mazi, protests, if it belongs to a family, we don't want to talk about the protest issue because there are protests, we have witnessed in the past few days. There are protests we have witnessed, like past month, and there were protests being arranged. Protest is kicking off both from in diaspora and every it is coming up. But we don't discuss, especially the protest in Biafra land cannot be discussed on radio. If you are an IPOB member, get in touch with your coordinator. Those things are always on the table. And we work with intelligence that are on the ground. Sometimes they can plan a protest, one thing or the other. It will be disrupted. And it doesn't mean that is the end. We come up also another time. So if you are an IPOB member, get in touch with those on the ground. I think you will know what is happening more better than on the radio. Because we don't organize protests on the radio. The work is done by the coordinators, and at the end of the day, before you will see people marching. There
were. Caller on direct line, please call us on WhatsApp and Signal. Hold on. Let me take this caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller, I don't know. Are you here? Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Please go on.
I hear you loud and clear.
There, Mazi. Welcome to the program. Please go on.
Hello?
Yes, go on. Yes, Mazi, go on. Go on. Call on direct line. Mazi, go on. Go on, please. Go
on. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan, for picking my call. I so much appreciate you for your wonderful work. My name is Judo Kafo. Judo Kafo is from Agbo. Agbo is in Anioma. Anioma is in Biafra land, and Anioma people are Igbo people 100%. Mazi, I just call to. I always appreciate Mazi Chanasa Nworu every time he comes on the air, because every time he speaks on Radio Biafra, this our Hello platform, is always the truth. Because they say the problem of a man, the enemy of a man is in his house. The enemy of IPOB is in IPOB. But thank you, Abiyama, that as our leadership begin to identify them, and they are being removed one after the other from IPOB. Because all these things that is going on in IPOB today was as a result of people that were planted into IPOB to come and destroy this structure. Because Dave Omar himself said that he's going to form a parallel people in IPOB that will divide IPOB. But thank you, Abiyama, that they came, they tried, and they failed woefully. And IPOB still remains strong, one united family. And that is why today when we say IPOB, we say one family. IPOB is like an atom that can never be destroyed. Nobody can destroy IPOB, because IPOB was ordained by Chukwu Abiyama. No man, according to our leader, Amugo Nyao, that will come to say they want to destroy IPOB. Rather, they will first of all destroy themselves. Because IPOB, it is the indigenous people of Biafra. And our leader, remember, Nnamdi Kanu. And for now, Chike Doziem is in charge, and members of the US. Our leader said, IPOB is my family. Just like how Jesus Christ told his family. He said, these people here are my family. Thank you very much, for you are a truthful man, for you are a man to be reckoned with. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to bless you and strengthen you for your truthfulness. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Biafrans around the world. May Chukwu Abiyama. We must live long to see Biafra in our time. In the name of Chukwu Abiyama's name, I pray. He say, thank you.
Sorry, let me pick another caller on direct line, I'm coming to WhatsApp and Signal. Caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Please, you have 3 minutes. Go on, please.
Okay, Mazi Jonathan, thank you so much for taking my call. I'm so happy to speak with you.
Mazi, can you speak up a bit? Mazi, can you speak up a bit louder, a bit louder, please?
Sorry, can you hear me now? Is it okay now?
Yeah. I know it's very early in the morning where you are, but go on.
Okay, this is Taxi from Asia. So I thank you so much this morning for the program. And I also thank Mazi Chanasa. Not to take much time, he has emphasized so many things which have come to the realization that the position of IPOP on these particular issues, or so many issues. They say that every battle got victory and defeat. It all depends which fly one flies. Battle won and lost in all fields of battle depends also on position of your resources and your strength to go on fighting. For some of the battles, it was the victory that replaces the future of the war. We have had so many things happen at the time past, and it's still happening now. And the DOS and this leadership have proven their great stand and their greatness in leading great organization, IPOB, globally. And also, we have to understand, like, when I see you lamenting on certain things, yes, I really understand you, because they say there are some parts of education. These people are Igbos or people at home, or do I say, I don't want to use some insultive word. They normally call them operations or all this stuff. And when they get to the Western world to acquire the so-called education, they only gear to defend the West, not to their own people. Some of them have lost their roots. It's not surprising also to let the activists worldwide know that some of the people are agents planted within the community globally to destroy the struggle. Having the potential where activism is driving to. The center of my contribution this morning is to encourage our leadership, what they're doing, and encourage a grassroots IPOB global that we understand what is going on. Education is not just when somebody attends a classroom. Like in my definition, it's 4 parts. Which one is just attending classroom, and some other things experience where you learn how people work with each other, and also other parts is your travel experience where you get exposed how things work in global perspective, and you can call it political, economical, or human science. Some of these are people who are blabbing every year, some of them in Finland and all this stuff. Fine. So I really understand everything he said, and I really applauded us, I really applauded the leadership, I really applauded the membership. And in this coming election, where he passes a lot of things, our leader has said it all, there's nothing to add up. And we know our position, and we stand on our position. After election, then we know the right thing to do, because some of them don't have alternative. And after they make all the media trouble and all the media noise, and then we see we start again, or then we start again, because we actively know our stance on
mazi.
So because of the time, I have a lot to say. Thank you, sir. God bless.
Thank you very much. Please, as I say, people should be limiting their contributions, please, to the appropriate time stipulated. Caller on, let me see who is first. Caller on Signal. You have been here since 9 going to 10 minutes. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
I can hear you, Mazi. Very good evening.
Welcome to the program.
This is Mazi Joe. Thank you, Mazi. This is Mazi Joe from Germany.
Oh, Mazi.
Yes, Udodrege, sir. I want to say a big thank you to you, Mazi, for this program this night. Mazi Chanasa Nworu, you are a giant before Biafra, before your enemies. Udodrege. Mazi, I have a pertinent question here. And the question is about the Lord Ahmed of Wimbledon. Immediately you mentioned the name, I saw some things, and I can quickly deduce the fact that, there was once upon a time that Conflicts of Jihad, written by one journalist, and I quickly put it 1+1, and I quickly understood that we Biafrans, we have common enemies. Like Sun Tzu wrote in his book, The Art of War, my enemy's enemy is my friend. So now our enemies are elongated now. It is understood, it is well understood. Only those that can understand will really understand that, yes, we are at war, and the war has gone international. I will give much praise to the DOS and all the amiable persons working together there. Mazi, thank you very much for this time.
Thank you. Zodregi. Caller on WhatsApp. Thank you for holding on also. Go on, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan, and the great lion of Biafra, Mazi Chanasa Nworu. My name's Lucky Okechukwu Biafra, calling from Germany. So, Mazi, why I call this night, because you talk about the people protesting in Netherlands, and I believe Italy protested yesterday. So I don't know where they are going to have a protest in Germany. So that is the reason I called this night, to know when we are going to have protests in Germany. Because last time in our gathering in our family, I tried to speak to my coordinator, who she said he passed to the man in charge in Germany. So I just have to call the Biafra, because we need to do something. You know, we need to have protests in Germany as belong. After coming back from Belgium, we never have protests in Germany anymore. So I believe the DOS should do something for IPOB families to have protests in Germany.
Is that we organize the protests in Germany, or Germans will organize with the blessing of DOS if need be? I don't understand. Mazi Chanasa, can you say something there, please?
Yeah, Mazi, see, the German will organize, so he go back to his coordinator. You know, I will tell you something. From the winter, you know, from December, the people traveled, a lot of things was not in order, and people are coming back. Now protest is, people are taking permission. In UK, they protest today, and they say many more are coming. In Netherlands, they protested, I think, yesterday. In Italy, so the winter is going down, and I'm sure Germany is coming up also. Just make sure you are in touch with your coordinators. The moment they fix a protest, the media warriors, and it will be announced on Radio Biafra. Protests are always arranged in the same country, and the DOS will give a blessing to say go ahead. But what I want to tell you, the IEP, the Global Index office, they are not in every part of the world. The office is not everywhere. Everybody have to know that. Those they have an office in that particular place, and that office, the DOS issued a letter, I mean a 4 pages letter addressing them for that particular nonsense that they wrote. And they have also, their office is in New York also, in the United States, and the State Department. There are a group of people, I'm not saying the whole State of Department, there are a group of people in the USA State Department working with these people, working tirelessly to make sure they tag IPOB as a terrorist group. They are doing all those things. What they are doing is preparing a ground. Also, they have an office in where is it? In Australia. Their headquarters is in Australia, in Sydney. That is where they have their headquarters. They also have office in Harare, in Zimbabwe. They have office in that place. In Brussels, they have office also in Brussels. When protest is coming up in Brussels, a letter and the protest will be marched in front of them. Hague already they had their own yesterday. They have also office in Mexico City, in Mexico. They have also an office there. And as we are talking now, protest is coming up in Germany as we are talking, and it will be on 18th of March. So prepare yourself. I've just gotten an information now that is already a date slated for protest in Germany on 18th of March. So my brother, get yourself ready to be part of those people. Thank you so much.
There were Mazi. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Are you there? Please go on. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please. If you are having any earphone, remove it. If you are having, please. No, it's not hearing me. I don't know why. Maybe let me pick this call. Caller on what's up? Hold on, I'm coming. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Go on, please.
Yes, I can tell you loud and clear, Mazi, Jonathan.
There we go on,
Good
please.
evening, all their fans.
No, caller on signal, you are late. Please hold on.
My regards to
Hold on, caller on signal. Hold
and
on.
also our leader Mazinam Dekano and all the members of the US, and also our special guest, Mazi Chanasa Nworu. Thank you so much. And I said, Lekekero was supporting you. I'm calling from my location, which is Osuta. Many people knows me. So I thank you so much in the topic of today, because this thing has been a very big problem in our days now, because this they want to cause a great mayhem in our land and tag us upon with the IPOB members. But the way what I'm saying it now, one of the directors of the state have come and made it clear that anything that is happening tomorrow, that we should count IPOB off from it. If you want to vote, you have every right to do whatever you want to do. But no, any violence is not among IPOB members. And you know the most fun part of this thing now? These people now that say that they want to do free and fair elections. Because of the scarcity of money in the so-called Nigeria now, this night as I'm speaking with you now, both the Kiriga and every other party now, they are going to free stations and many places, buy money that they used to go and buy for our people tomorrow. I'm just saying it clear to everyone of us. Please, if you choose to go out to vote tomorrow, don't collect any bribe unless you want to cage yourself again. Do whatever your mind told you to do on that place. If your mind told you to know for you not to go out, please make indoor. You have heard it from the horse's mouth that anything happens tomorrow, we the member of Umuchineke is out from it. I remember it, especially my people from Soka, if you want to cause any mayhem, you are your own. Remember, we said that the day of reckoning is coming, and that's how it's happening. The people that is about for that, they are just speaking and recording what they want to record. It's better for you, for us to remain ever focused. We see what's happening in any state, and it's still happening every day by day. And especially in this local government, I think on Monday night of this week, they still born one kind of the so-called people that is the campaign or do whatever, which up to they know what is happening. Please, better for you, if you know that you cannot respect yourself and you cannot even stay calm, please stay indoor. Don't say that any person, because any violence, your own. IPOB didn't send you in anything. Before you say that you are doing it for IPOB, you don't want to please stand up from here. I feel my love, Mr. Watman, from DHB, calling from my location. Thank you so much, man.
Well, there, Mazi. I have also another caller on direct line. Please go on. Hello. Caller on direct line, go on, because I have to give preference sometimes. So the callers on direct line, because they are paying. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Please go on.
Good evening, Jackson.
There, Mazi.
I just want to thank everyone of the friends fighting for this state. May God bless all of us. May God protect us. So, sir, my talk of this moment is that I would like us to first of all thank Mazi Simon.
You thank God you caught by yourself. It's not me. Caller on what's up? Please, thank you for holding on. Go on. Caller on what's up?
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu.
There, welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mazi, the Lion himself, Mazi Chanasa Nworu. I remember my humble self, Mazi Richard Okorede. I am calling from Edo State. There is an issue that Ndi Igbo are having here in Edo State. The governor of Edo State being Godwin Obaseki, formerly was APC, now PDP, and he want to deliver Edo State for Atiku. Oshomole want to deliver Edo State for Tinubu. But Ndi Igbo generally and Edo indigenes and other inhabitants in Edo State have chosen to give their vote to P2B, And this is causing a very big problem in Edo State. At each time, like Wednesday this very week, PDP people came to Mission Road, Aziz, Oba Market, where Igbo people trade.
Mazi, can I come in here?
Forestry.
Mazi, are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. This is Radio Biafra, yes. This is not an appropriate place to talk about Nigeria party issues, you know. That is one thing I want to correct, please. We are neutral.
I have a point.
Now, you go straight to the point. Please, let me guide you.
Okay.
You go straight to the point. So I don't want to. We don't want to hear whether PDP or APC or PPP have this and that. That is their problem. Because as you are saying it,
thank you, sir.
Somebody will cut it. Somebody will cut it out and start, deceiving people, telling people, "Oh, Radio Biafra now they are discussing this and that." So please go direct to your point.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
You are right.
Go on, please.
You are right. You are right. So what happened on Wednesday and today is very astonishing. The government of Edo State, they came into market early this morning, today's being 24th, Friday, and destroyed the goods belonging all the shops owners. They destroyed their goods, scattered their shops.
Why?
Today the same thing. This evening they started shooting guns.
Why?
They shoot guns because the people, the inhabitants of the state, say that they are going to vote their choice.
Okay.
That they want to vote their choice, and the people said no, that they must vote for somebody the governor have chosen. We are neutral. So the issue now is this: I want these very people to be sanctioned. That we don't want an Igbo person, any person in Edo being an Igbo. We don't want to lose any of them. All these who are going to vote tomorrow, we don't want all these touts, all these talks that he have brought to Edo State, Shaibu himself and Obaseki. They are brought to Edo to harm Igbo people because they want to vote their choice. This is the point I want to make. Thank you very much.
It's understandable. The same thing that used to go on in Lagos. The same thing. Mazi, can you say something there? Because I myself, before you come in, this is the reason why we are fighting for Biafra. Because everywhere in Nigeria, the Biafrans are scapegoats.
We always on the receiving end. We will always receive.
Everywhere in Lagos,
yes.
they have to tell them who to vote for. In Hausa, the same thing. In Donkakwa, the same thing. We should be sick and tired of this situation we are in. That is the main reason we are fighting for Biafra.
Mazi, for example, if IPOB tell people to go and vote and people are killed tomorrow, then we turn it against us. That after all, we mobilize now, we have interpolitics. You understand me? But it doesn't stop us not to talk. Like we said, in Biafra land is what matters so much for us. And also those who are living outside, as long as you're a Biafran. What I will say on air, we will not accept, we will not tolerate where they kill our people because of election, especially those who didn't come to cast their vote. They are in their houses, in their business places. You attack them, you come to tell them. But also another thing I can tell you, my brother. Ask yourself, you want to go out to vote. You know Nigerian election. If you are not secured, if you are not in outside Biafra land, I can tell you, you can stay in your home. If you feel there is insecurity around where you're supposed to go and vote, my brother, you can stay in your home. That is my own personal opinion. Because when you die for nothing. For Nigerian election. Nigeria have not gotten it right since over 50 or 60 years. They won't get it right tomorrow. I can bet you that. Thank you, Mazi.
Anywhere, victims everywhere, is scapegoats everywhere. What is the problem? This thing should galvanize everybody into joining what we are doing. I'm telling you. Because no Igbo politician, is there any Igbo politician that is talking, that is doing something, to avert this? Everywhere Igbo people are targeted. Everywhere. Why?
They target us. Yes.
Very, very sad. Maz, you want to say something before I bring other people?
No, Maz, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Caller on signal. I know. Caller on signal. Can you hear me now? Please go on. Caller on signal.
Thank you, Professor Jonathan. Good evening from my location. Good evening. My name remembers is Celestine Ogba, and I am coming from coastal region of Biafra, Kwabon precisely. Professor Jonas, I have 2 questions for Agune Chamber. My first question is my first question is the West and America. Yes. My first question is the West and America keep talking about democracy. And here in the Western world, you have real practical democracy being practiced. But here in the zoo, you don't have practical democracy. Because here is where people force people against their will. Why is it that the West and America is always silent and with a kind of high power conspiracy, even when they know that there is no democracy in the zoo? Why is it that this West and America is so adamant and they're silent over what is happening in the zoo about the democracy? Second question is, Mazi, maybe the leadership don't know, and I want to bring that to their knowledge, that some fallen angels in this movement are still with some of our essential materials. Mazi, is the leadership aware that some fallen angels are still with some of our materials that are essential to the Biafrans, that is responsible to educate some of the Biafrans? I'm talking precisely as it affects my state, but I will not go into detail because this is a public space. I can give you details if I am called upon. Mazi, the other area I want to call your attention is the operational framework of our command and control. These are the areas whereby these infiltrators and some morons are trying to destroy this very noble struggle. Mazi, yes, that the operational framework of our command and control being strengthened, that nobody will go beyond his boundary, that everybody will stay on his lane. That is what I want to say. Lastly, Mazi Ebonyi is a death trap. I was just coming from Ebonyi a few days ago. What is happening in Ebonyi is worse than what is happening in Sambisa Forest by the Fulani terrorists. Notice by the Fulani terrorist jihadists. The Caliphate Prince in Ebonyi has completely destroyed our people, and I want the leadership to look into the case of Ebonyi. Thank you so much, Mazi.
There were. Mazi Chanasa Nworu, please, can you say something about people in detention?
Yes, Mazi, his first question is why is the West? Mazi, am I coming out clear?
Yes, you are.
I say the only simple thing I can tell him about the first question he asked, why is the West, this all kind of this double face on democracy, is just because of our natural resources. It's as simple as that. What they are taking from Biafra land, our oil, our natural, our mineral resources, that is all. And they want to make sure that we will continue to be a consuming nation, Africa as a whole, not to produce anything. We must consume anything. They feel they can threaten us. They don't want us to be on our, stand on our feet. They must control us. And that is how they want to control everybody. And that's why they are having problem everywhere. So for us, it is not new. We know why they are doing that. It's because of the oil and other mineral resources they are stealing from Biafra land. And it's very simple. Then for those who have some materials for IPOB Mazi, I will ask you to report it through the chain of command, the coordinator, or your superior, and make sure this message gets to the Biafra land coordinator. If anybody is holding IPOB material, IPOB sensitive document, he is mandated to hand them over to the next executives. But where he fails, and for one reason or the other, after we might have listened to him, what is the problem, whether they are still in his possession or they are lost, then we can take the one thing is that no matter anything you do, one day it will be remembered for you. You will say, you never know. You know, sometimes I will tell their friends something. There are things you are doing ignorantly. You don't know even you are going against the law, even in the country where you are staying. Just because that you have not been remembered. Just because nobody wants to take up the issue. There are things you will be doing, you will be writing, you will be doing this, talking this, this. I'm telling you, any day it is picked up. And follow the proper channel, you will find out that you're in a shit. Likewise, people who are holding our things. It is a crime. Why people are doing some of these things is because sometimes we see it that, we have not yet, set up a government that is running where they say the ESN will be able to enforce certain things. That is why some people are misbehaving. But sometimes some also misbehaving in diaspora. If you make some move, people will say, Hannah Pozerindo to her. Some of them have really messed up that need to be dealt with. But just for the sake that we are still on the journey, we continue to push because those things sometimes is a distraction. Let us know what kind of material is in that person's possession, then we will know how to collect it from them. For Ebony, you are saying, Mazi is the handwork of Dave Omahi. You see what Dave Omahi is doing. The day they try to assassinate the Labour Party candidate, it was there. The video coverage is there. The oppression, how Ebubago attacked them. This is the handwork of them. All these things was they say to themselves, do it, you put it on IPOB. Do it, kill anybody, we put it on IPOB. That is all they have in their mind. That is all they have in their mind. So one thing is this: by this time tomorrow, that election they want, and by the other day, we continue where we stop. There
were. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on for 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Mazi.
There were.
Good evening. Mazi Anayo.
Mazi Anayo, Udo de Kuragi. There were.
Yeah, because I'm making a Chanasa. Come to ya n'Igbo. Come to na can see
Naso.
Because ọnwa ihe chọrọ ịjụ ịgwa Chanasa Nworu biko a sị na batrị akwụnyere n'ọkụ na-awa anọkata akwụpụ ya n'ọkụ obido gbatụwe etu ahụ unu si anọte aka unu ewepụta online ịgwa anyị okwu na nghọta nke m ọdọzi m mma ana m na-asọjesi biko Chanasa Nworu ka ị ma unu ya ezu wee bịa na DOS ka ị na-apụta steeti biko ọ bụrụ nọ na m na-demand ana m ayọ uche nke m bikos nke amakata 2 months 3 months ewee bịa nnukwu ọnụ ma ọ nụọ ọnụ Maazị Chike Edozie m n'ụdị ọnọdụ anyị n'ogbudi onye ori nọ na Finland ọ dozie ka ihe niile everyday every morning na ọgbapụta ọ bụrụ na a na-eme competition because na darkness can never defeat the light. But Chanasa Nworu biko nna m any do your voice ọ bụrụ na ọ na-arị ịba na Facebook na-ekwu ihe na-edibọ nke ihe na-emenụ bịazie na-agwa anyị ya na redio Biafra at least ụfọdụ once in 2 weeks or once in 3 weeks biko ịnọte aka 2 to 3 months iwee bịa pụta maọbụ Maazị Chike Edozie m apụta ọtọchara m ụtọ uche m ka o si ka m na-ekwu Another one mbụ na my family mụwa na-ayọ Chukwu Ọkafọ ma ewu ma ọkụkọ a sị ntikpokwu ha n'ime o nwere onye m na-ekwe ka ọ pụta iro echi niile onye pụta ya ọmịkpọ meditin ya meditin nke enyi ya. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu anọrọ ebe a ka e wee nye onye Igbo presidency. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọ nọrọ n'ime nka ka e wee nwee onye Igbo ya pụtakwa na-achị maka one Nigeria na-ekwu ya akwa na-agụ. Aghọtara m ebe Chanasa Nworu na-eje betu ndị Igbo ọdakọzi ndị Igbo amasị ife etu anyị ndị Igbo si nwa ife bifọ ife emegbu anyị 60-something years Nigeria eji emewo Nigeria o nwere anything ọhụrụ na mpụ na-aga ọfụma everyday akpọ fon agụụ everyday akpọ fon ihe mgbu everyday akpọ fon problem na be anyị adịla agbụkwa m ka ntụ ekwe maka Nigeria ọ bụrụ maka Nigeria ka Nnamdi Kanu ji nọ n'ebe ahụ ọ bụrụ maka ka e wee nye onye Igbo ọchịchị ka Nnamdi Kanu ji nọ n'ebe ọ nọ anyị chọrọ liberation trust Nigeria tinye anyị date of referendum ka anyị kpọọ referendum ndekọ ma ya chọọ one Nigeria or not adịna support anything na election my family self enwere onye ya apụta ilo agba ha si ezigbo mmiri buo afọ tinye ha egwu gbanye ya elu na-agbali egwu ka chi wee kwuo ekpere n'isi Nnamdi Kanu mụnwa na-ekwu maka election and ihe a bụ nke izi mụnwa ịfụ the problem a anyị nọ na ya ndị Igbo adịghị ekwe ekwe ndị Igbo adịghị ekwe ekwe achọpụrụ m ịgba afa this guy ebe a mana m na-akpọzi ya because of n'oge atọrọ m nwa Peter Obi mma na Nnamdi Kanu ebe ndịgbo Nigeria isi taa Peter Obi ma na Nnamdi akpọpụo na Nigeria o wee were opportunity nwa ka ọ bịa ha nke dị elu ebe ahụ ichi Nigeria presidency Peter Obi Chineke nna mgbe ọgụ ka ịpụta for Biafra so n'ụzọ Chineke mkpọpụta unu pụta for Biafra and I support anything for Nigeria election. My family of Nigeria, even name Sinini Puta, Sim Kiaru president of Nigeria, Nebe PAC, Nam Puta, Kiaru president of Nigeria, Nebe PAC. I'm a told me Pozo, I got to come a Bunu Nejo, Kahapu Pisina, IPOP Zero. But I hear you can go on the buy. When Nnamdi Kanu, you are never presidency of Nigeria. God bless you, people. Thank you.
Of course, there were. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Dede Jonathan, I can hear you very well, sir. Dede Jonathan, you will see your fatherland. Dede Chanasa Nworu, the assignment you are doing is divine. From the Most High, this wonderful God that owns this earth. We are not here to insult anybody. This is our land. And we have that right to live in our land. Who are we going to apologize? And they said it. Prominent men in Britain, ganging up with the whole world. Don't tell us, so let's take it. That's what I said over the way. Ever say that I can't. Hello, like you said, this one is quick. And this is a precaution and the can. They are on a court of Tanya could see, God, they are stupid father, brother, they cannot jail him. That is that another cat, that's all I only and the cover. Come on, and the law much good cabia. Just that is another word, not watch. God please in the law, man. Then the word that again. Don't come and kill us. I know I say grammar. But the only option is that we are disciplined. We are following self-determination. I discharge and then quit. Then the thing is some our share. Our share. What time is that? I had to talk. I'm friends are watching it. But tomorrow you can't vote. I will disturb you. But after tomorrow, you see what is going to happen. You can time us. Then the thing is that we will jump. Okay, just go. Now the thing is the same like Jeremiah chapter 33.
Mazi, please round up today. Many people are calling. Please round up. Thank you very much. Round up. Today is not for quotation. Thank you. Thank you. Please. You need to be sensitive to situations. People are calling, so if you have, and please, if people that have questions also, I want people to call and ask questions. Please. Caller on Mazi Meto, can you hear me? Mazi. Mazi Meto, can you off the audition now? Mazi Meto, can you hear me?
Round up. Thank you very much. Round up.
No, Mazi, are you not hearing me? I don't know.
People are calling.
Okay, let me pick another call first. I don't know why you are not hearing me. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
There we go. Please go on.
Okay, I want to ask one question, and I want to put it a kind of question, and maybe it's for Chanasa Nworu or for the person to answer. He tried to talk something about the finance, but he didn't conclude it. He stopped in a way, but I love the way he stopped. If bank were blocked, that money in the bank are not seized. I think that they will bring the money and refund to the people that has that money. They would ask them where did they want to transfer the money to. And this woman came out and started saying that they are reporting to the bank. I asked that woman because they didn't give us provision to ask questions that day in Ikechukwamoha. But I have gone to 2 or 3 platforms and asked, when the coordinators are reporting, those that are signatory to that bank, did you report to DOS? It's a question that I put to her. And up till now, she has never answered that question. When people are reporting the bank, did you report to DOS? And she still come out and say that she is a member of DOS. I still ask her, are you still having meeting with the DOS? Are you still having meeting with the DOS? And then lastly, when she come to announce, say that the national coordinator in Germany is no longer there. He used her hand and called somebody named Nicole. And I asked, are you in position to do something? That is threatening, I asked her, and to add it again, as long as our leader said that Chike Dozie will remain the head of the directories, being the HOD, and she is member of DOS, means that she is under Chike Edozie, and she is issuing check to people without letting the leadership to know. That is what I want to say. If Mazi Chanasa Nworu, the lion, will answer me, no problem. If you will not answer me, I still remain the humble one.
Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, I would like to make a comment on this issue now. You raise it up. You know, everybody have a department he works on. And as you are working, like they said, we are not involved in the finance. You know what used to pain me most times is that IPOB code of conduct, when some of these fools come to talk about it, they forgot that Chike Dozie was behind, he was part of the team that drafted the code of conduct with Onyendu and other people. Chike Dozie was there. He's part of the team that put down that code of conduct. And Chike Dozie is in a more better position to interpret the IPOB code of conduct than any other person who comes out to quote nonsense. That is one thing people don't understand. And the person, I know when the code of conduct was put together, I know people like Uchemefo refuse it because in that code of conduct, there is no clause that the deputy leader remains permanent. He was angry that they said only the leadership remains permanent. Now you come in code of conduct or anything pertaining finance to IPOB. There are some mistakes, some misinformation people talk about them, and that is what is bringing problems in many IPOB families. What is that problem? I say I am a coordinator in my own country where I am coordinating. Maybe we raise money, me and the coordinator and my deputy and other executives. Maybe we are 3 or 4 who contributed 60% of a particular fund. Now, there is a finance officer. When this money is contributed and handed over to the finance officer, now as a coordinator, I asked the finance, how much did we raise in today's meeting? He told me, or she said to me, you don't have right to talk about the finance. Onyendu said, don't talk about the finance. I want everybody to listen. This is very, very important. People sometimes misinterpret in the IPOB conduct when they said you don't have right to handle the finance. You cannot tell me that I will contribute money. 3, 4, 5 people contribute money. You ask, how much did we contribute? You ask the finance officer. He told you, you don't have right to ask me. Again, I want everybody to be in Chike Doziem's shoes right now. I want everybody, if you call yourself a human being and a reasonable person, in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chike Doziem is the next in command. You call Chike Doziem for a fundraising. Chike Doziem comes in a fundraising that you put his picture as a head of DOS. He conducts the fundraising. He speaks, address our people. Tell them the need to raise funds to support the struggle. Tell them what they need to know so that they can be able to support the struggle. Maybe after his address, after he have addressed everybody along the line when people are making donation, Chike Doziem will say, okay, my fellow comrades, let me leave you people continue with the fundraising. At the end of the fundraising, then Chike Doziem takes up telephone, because when Onyendu comes out, he must be in a position to tell Onyendu, on 20th May, we organize a fundraising in America and we were able to raise $50,000. Now, he can also, when Onyendu comes out, he can say, Onyendu, on the 12th of June, 2022, we organized a fundraising and we were able to raise $100,000. Now, after Chike Doziem have addressed you people, finish. The fundraising is finished. Then Chike Doziem calls you to say, how much did we raise in this fundraising? You tell him, Onyendu said, don't interfere in the finance. Immediately they ran to Onyendu. And Chike Doziem is interfering in the finance. I'm making it very clear. I cannot be a leader of such. Chike Doziem is also tolerating a lot from these people. I don't want such leadership. I do not want it. If that is the way to keep somebody on a position, Chanasa Nworu do not want it, and I will not be. Chike Doziem is tolerating enough from these people. Insult. They come every time, they insult this man, they do this man continue to endure. If he asks, how much did we raise in a fund, this particular fundraising, immediately message goes to Onyendu, Chike Doziem is interfering in the finance. Chike Doziem is interfering in finance. This is the rubbish we are getting from this people.
How does trying to know for record purposes, because
for record purposes.
How much
Mazi,
yesterday
every coordinator have only right.
How is it interference?
Thank you. Mazi, every coordinator have only right to know For example, me, Chanasa Nworu, I'm not coming to ask you how much did Germany contribute. I'm not coming to ask you how much did Australia contribute. But I can ask you how much did maybe the country I am, how much did they contribute? I can say like that. I have the right. I can ask how much did Israel, because they are in my jurisdiction. Israel can tell me how much. But those people you are planting as your finance officer, when a country did not contribute any money, you don't call that your finance officer name on the radio Biafra. You go on air and they start shouting the name of the coordinator, the person you say you don't want him to know about the finance. I'm telling you people, there was a time my name was called on the radio. It's not that I am owing IPOB, but just that the dues were not coming at the time it's supposed to come. Even my mom asked me, say, which kind of money are you owing these people? That every day they are shouting your name on the radio. I was not owing IPOB. It's just the dues that people are contributing. When they contribute, they say. So what I'm saying about this thing, because every time I use it to blackmail this leadership. When mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there, is it not what we need? We ask from him. There are many problems in Biafra land. There are people, there are widows, there are people going to school, house rent, all this thing. Who is paying? They were there. Make no mistake. They shut the account. ESN was never sponsored from the money that is coming in Germany. Since Onyendu was rendition, they have never funded ESN. One day, the only issue they have there is for legal, some legal issues, and some people that stations. That is what they fund. And it was informed that the account has been lost. It was to investigate. People were complaining they sent money was not going. Before Chikedozie moved to ask what happened to the account. This is an insult on the coming to the account. Is that the way to run a global movement like this? Is that the way? We are hoping Onyendu will come out. Onyendu will come out, and some of these things will be corrected. I do not want to work under this. If you say Chikedozie is the head of this thing, does it mean Chikedozie cannot ask for record purposes? Whenever he asks something of this thing, the name is scandalized everywhere. They start running around Chikedozie, finance, family money. What is this nonsense? But the certain things, I am sure when Onyendu come out, I am very, very sure that is not how Onyendu did it. But people are taking the opportunity because Onyendu is not there. They they misinterpret the words of Onyendu because they are mischievous. They use it. Onyendu said, let me tell you people, anybody who does not have anything to offer in this struggle, he will always rely on Onyendu said. Onyendu did not say. I have worked with mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I know who he is. He wants you as a leader to initiate your own reasoning. But anybody who comes, he cannot explain anything for you. The only word he has is that Onyendu said like this, Onyendu said like that. The person has nothing to offer. He has nothing. He is zero in communication. He can't convince anybody. They use the finance and cause chaos all over Biafra land, all in diaspora. People that are given to be finance officer become I don't know how to describe them. They become rebellious in every IPOB family around the world. People that IPOB finance are given become rebellious everywhere they are. For what reason? Insubordination. And people are encouraging them, fueling them. You said you believe in the people you believe. Go and work with them. They go into the extent fraudulently forging even Chikedozie signature and document to tarnish the image of IPOB, tarnish the image of IPOB, the leadership.
with English of wrong grammar, wrong vocabularies. You use it and take the name of Chikedozem and put it there. These are all the kind of things they have produced in this struggle. Then when people look at IPOB leadership, they say this is the DOS. They are the one who sent this rubbish letter. And people, this is what they have all caused. The damages they have caused in this struggle. It's for them, it's only about money. What kind of people are these? These people are able. Chineke mere anyị ebere. Mazi ndewo.
Ndewo Mazi. Mazi Meto, I hope you can hear me now. Okay, please go on.
What is in this trouble? I just want to make some comment. I just want to round up because I know you have stayed long tonight. And normally people are supposed to call in to begin to pour out the question that is disturbing them. But in my own way, tonight is a very special night that we urge our leadership could have been doing to speak to us in parable, because we, the smart species, we understand the game. Not everything that is supposed to be said on air. We are playing a very smart card in order to accommodate everybody, including our leader that is in the enemy camp, and at the same time, we that the government has tried all possible means to term terrorist organizations so that they can be able to clamp all of us down that are living in Western world. They want to clamp the activities of IPOB so that we cannot be able to agitate like other countries that are looking for freedom do. It's a very smart game. The problem we have, I know, is because of the environment where we grew up, and because of the lifestyle, because of something that we have been used to. Everybody has an opportunity, sometimes to begin to talk to some of us that are fighting to make sure that our land are safer. Now, those of us that are asking questions today about finance, about account, I want to urge them, plead with them. Tonight is not a question of account. All of us know what is going on. No matter how you try to explain tonight, those of them that have agreed, have already concluded what is in their mind. It's all about money, just like our gallant man said tonight. If you have nothing to offer, it's all about money. And at the same time, jobless, because if you have a job, you get yourself employed, you don't think about money. Everything is not all about money. And that is why when they begin to see many of us that are not asking about money, they will not include us in the payroll that are being paid, to speak. When they see us working assiduously to make sure that this struggle see the light of the day. Tomorrow is a day that a lot of things is going to go down. Tomorrow is going to lessen our burden about this struggle, because a lot of us have been trying our best to make sure we make our people understand the game. We have been in this situation before, and we play a card. And how to know an intelligent species is to learn from a mistake. Use your past mistake to correct your present situation. Why? Because we are looking for a better future. We have this situation of election before, and we shout. At the end of the day, what happened? We saw what happened. And now we're trying to play another card, which is a very smart strategy, so that we cannot be able to give these people an opportunity to make our people dumb again, so that they will begin to pour all the whole blame as usual. Because I'm even listening to my mechanic program before I come to join this program, where people are calling him what he was receiving is insult upon insult. This same man was saying no election of Biafra land. He never forced anybody. He never mandated you not to go out or whether to. He tried to convince people with reason. And shouting, just normal shouting, right? It's a freedom of speech. He never forced anyone. But still, in Anambra, in Imo, in Enugu, in other states, they delivered 99%. But yet, people still come back to Radio Biafra. That particular night, the election was called, and begin to call him, begin to curse him, begin to say you are working with APC. Now, we are now playing another card. Now they are now forcing you people to come out. They want the state to come out every day and be shouting, no election in Biafra land, no election in Biafra land. That is why we urge them to join this struggle. Don't just always stay on the window and begin to know what is going on. We have to come in, know the strategy we are playing. So, in order not to overflow issues, I want to thank all of you, especially Mazi Jonathan. We have been anchoring this program. We are having so many challenges, as you may know. It's a psychological problem. Our people need a long way to go in terms of listening. we need to continue educating them. In fact, normally, had it been Biafrans are very, very, grateful. Mazi Nnamdi kind of body would be a lesser one today because his job is supposed to be on radio, convincing people and trying to make them listen. Why those on ground who can be able to take up this challenge militarily to begin to fortify and begin to work on it. But guess what? All of them we are fighting against him, thinking that he's embezzling money, just like they're calling you and begin to ask him about finance. Now here we are. Tomorrow or next, rather in the few couple of days, all of them, their eyes will also open. And this struggle doesn't anchor on election. Some of us are thinking, oh, after this election, no more struggle, no more Biafra agitation. Some of them are just looking short-term Biafra. And that's why they give them, promise that Biafra will come in a few days. But I wouldn't want to go into that direction. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Biafrans, especially those that have no information, but yet they still keep on keeping on and supporting this noble struggle. I pray that Chukwuka will continue giving them that gratitude and strength to continue bearing this propaganda and fake news, spreading every nook and corner of this universe in order to bring down this holy chamber. And we are in support of all of you. We know what people are passing through. I have said it before, and I'm going to repeat it again before I go. If Mazi Nnamdi comes out, you need to kneel down to every 2S member that are still behind him up to date to apologize for them, because we that are inside know what we went through. And I believe he himself has already realized it where he is today. We pray that we continue this trend. Remember, bless Mazi Jonathan, and at the same time, our gallant man. I don't need to ask you questions. We're into the struggle. We're into the struggle. Yes, brother.
I used to. Oh, Biafrans, we should be smart, and we are IPOB. Like Mazi Metu, we say to some of his, left negative viewers, it's not me that make you stupid. So, not me make you stupid if you are not smart. We must continue. Caller on signal. You have been here 20 minutes, 21 minutes. Caller on signal, please go on. Go on, please.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening from here.
There.
Yeah, and our brother, beloved brother, Agone Chamber, Mazi Chanasa Nworu, may you continue to give you the wisdom to follow the affairs of Biafra. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as Austrian National PRO. Mazi Chanasa Nworu, I know you have talked about this issue before, but our people sometimes, because of emotion, we try to raise alarm, or we try to say it the way it is. Some people try to misunderstand us. They will say, please don't talk about it, don't talk about it. These are the leaders of the brothers of our leader, they should go inside and deal with this issue. It shouldn't be said. And I'm asking if they can be able to discuss my own matter when I do something wrong. What is the difference between the brothers of our leader Mazi Nnamdi and also me? Just as you said, that all of us are partakers in this struggle. Most of our brothers and sisters have died, and these people that are causing this today, they are still alive. I mean, Mazi, please, I want you to say something concerning this issue. Is it a bad thing that we Biafrans, after the pains of this siblings of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after trying to, even when our leader was kidnapped, and they knew that our leader was kidnapped, and we asked questions, they said he is in Almighty praying. Even when the enemy at the beginning we are attacking them, most of us were the people who came out to begin to defend them because of the love we have in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But today, what they used to pay Biafrans is this direction, fighting DOS. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make it categorically clear that there has nothing to do in the leadership of IPOB. But today, they are foreclosing. And when we want to say this, they say, don't talk about it, don't talk about it. Mazi Chanasa Nworu, I want to ask you, please, is it wrong that we Biafrans, because of what these people are doing, and we come up begin to challenge this, they are evil, trying to let Biafrans know that what they are doing to us is wrong?
Is it a bad thing that we are saying this thing? If it is wrong, tell us now so that we will stop. If it is not a bad thing, tell us to continue, because you people cannot say everything. We are here to defend you people when things are going wrong.
There were. Mazi Chinasa.
Mazi, that is one thing I will tell you. We learn it. Let me tell you. Let me ask every Biafrans listening. Can anybody say if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if it is my brothers, my siblings, or Chike Doziem siblings, or any member of the DOS is behaving this way, do you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will spare anybody on the air? Do you think? Mazi, this is almost getting to 2 years. We have tried, so everything have timing. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, we went out of our way defending everybody in this struggle, both the finance, everybody. Darlington insulted us because Darlington, everybody knew Darlington came against us because of when we told him about the finance issue, that the timing is wrong. People, because we did not make any move, we were told that they have bribed us. Like you said, when one of our brother here said, is it me too? He said, when you don't talk about it, about money, they say, you are not talking because they are paying you or because you are collecting money. No. But timing is very important. If you understand the humiliation this leadership used to get, you will pity us. But why are we taking those things? We know this is some of the things you will find in a movement. Because sometimes when this burden is too much, you can speak to somebody, tell you it happens. He said it happens, that is the things. But you people have to be very, very careful. But you see every day, one accusation or the other, without no evidence, blackmail. Most of you can see for Hope Uzodimma to bring somebody they parade. With the information, everything they knew about this, about this struggle was handed over to government agents before money are given out. We knew. We know everything. And I want to say something. Because of this accusation, every one of you knew when they were talking about Chike Doziem, Chanasa Nworu, they showed Onyendu. Even Onyendu's sibling, the video is there. There are meetings he have with people, those expelled, with him and the finance. They were talking about how Chike Doziem and Chanasa Nworu, they are the one that sold Onyendu. The video evidence, the audio evidence are there. How they stole 700. People ask them questions. Bring us evidence. From now, they are attacking Chika, Edoziem, and Chanasa Nworu and other people. They shift now to Barrister Ejiofor and the Madugu, that they are the one that sold Onyendu. That is the new one. That they're the one that sold Onyendu. And these things are coming from siblings of Onyendu. Our people who are emotional, believe them. Somebody can say, no, leave them. No, for me, I don't accept it. Why I will not accept it? Because there is something. I will tell you people something. Let me explain this and everybody listening very well. This particular card that they are playing in the mind of Biafrans, that we sold Onyendu. We sold Onyendu. It is a card they continue to play because all their attention, all their plan is that when Onyendu come out with the lies they are giving to Onyendu, so that Onyendu will
Everybody has to know this. They are not saying the truth because I'm sure Onyendu have given them this message. Every one of you was there when Aloye Jimako, I'm saying this thing openly. Aloye Jimako came out a time to exonerate Kanonta and the secretary of Onyendu on social media that Onyendu said that they don't know anything about what happens to him. And Onyendu have also told them that the DOS knows nothing about what happened to him. Did you see them wrote it on the social media that the DOS did not know? Nobody. But they exonerated because they control who they control. They exonerated the secretary of Onyendu, exonerated Kalonta, but nobody have found it fit to exonerate the DOS. It become Apamma. They leave it there because it is meant for blackmail and to destroy. Because in the mind of, there are many people, they don't know who Chanasa Nworu is. They just know, they hear Chanasa Nworu he sold. If you ask them anything, wherever they are, is that Chanasa Nworu sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm saying it on this platform. Chukwuabiama did not keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive only because of the mission he came. He kept him alive because of the genuine people behind him who might have died because of false accusation. He didn't want it to go that way. Today, all of you are hearing voice messages, threats. Those who want to behead Benjamin in Madugug and burn down his house. Already 3 times we have foiled the attack. 3 times. Attack has been foiled. The people they sent to come and behead Benjamin Madubugu and burn his house. The house was not built by IPOB. His home was not built by IPOB. He have built his home, made his money. It is this struggle that sent him to prison for 3 years. And out of hatred, you are planning how to behead him and burn his house. Because of the group of criminals you people have gathered. The same thing you are planning against the Ejiofor. And I'm telling Biafrans today, and this night, I'm also giving an order for the ESN. You have already been signaled, those who are making this threat, those behind them. If anybody dare to attack Benjamin in Madubugu in his home, talk less of to burn his home. Those people have houses also. They build their houses thinking we don't know. We know where their houses are also. You are giving command today, this night, any attack on Ejiofor's home, any attack on Madubugu's home, any attack on IPOB families, that people who don't disagree with people and their boys are sending threats they will behead. You know their homes also. We already map them out and keep it in case of eventuality. Even if we fall, revenge must commence immediately. This nonsense is too much. It's not everybody you will just threat. You give threat and you said you will kill this person. All of you are doing this thing, we keep silent. You are threatening people, making audio messages everywhere you are. You don't know, we know every one of you. But some of you are doing things out of ignorance. Just that, oh, Chanasa Nworu, that name, immediately you hear it, that's something knock on your head. He sold Onyendu, he sold Onyendu. You don't even ask questions. How possible? One day, when I will write a book, this struggle, and I will write a book, and I will release the informations since the rendition of Onyendu. I will write a book that will contain what happened to Onyendu and those people behind it and the politicians behind it and the mistakes that was done, bad advice, bad people who deceived Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today he's in the hands of the DSS, of our enemies. A day will come, maybe
when Biafra is restored. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu.
There were. Caller on direct line. Mazi, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Please go on. Go on. Direct line.
Are you talking to me, sir?
Of course. Of course, you are on direct line. Go on, Mazi.
Okay. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this program. Mazi Chanasa Nworu, Agune Chamber, God bless you. Let me thank you all members of HOD and DOS for the wonderful decision you took with regards to the election. You guys have saved a lot and just dismantled all the plans the enemies have. I'm so glad about that decision. It still remains one of the best decisions ever taken. And then Dr. Professor Jonathan, thank you so much for the program. It has remained one of the bedrocks of this movement. I have two comments to make. Number one is this. Anybody who knows how organizations are formed and run, supposed to know that immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no more there, especially being held by the enemy, he becomes incapacitated. That the next in command takes complete and absolute command of that movement, especially the freedom fighting. If that is not done, give room to all kinds of gossips and lies coming out. People will claim they had this from Mazi, or Mazi said that. Even some lawyers can even, they can buy the lawyers and the lawyers will be dishing out false information. So every command should be coming from the leader of DOS. Everyone's supposed to know that. And when it comes to financing, there's always exception to the rules, especially in a freedom fight. If Chike to have a need to face the situation at hand, and the emergency fund is needed anywhere, no matter what that fund is called for, even if it's a monthly dues that said it goes to this place or not, he has every right to go to the person who is holding that money and said, I'd like to talk to you. We have a need for this money. All the person that is in charge has to do is do what? Give him the amount, state the amount of money that they are giving him, say the reason why this money has been taken, let him sign it, and you give him the money. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, if there is any question to answer, the HOD will answer it and not you. You are a servant. The money is given to you as a custodian to hold, but not to say, put a law onto it that you cannot release that fund. Otherwise, you are not being obedient to the leadership. That being said, with regards to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as far as we are concerned, is finished with the Nigerian court. It has nothing more to do with Nigerian court. All they are doing now is absolute nonsense. It does not happen in the court of law. Once the Supreme Court, the highest court in the authority, has passed the judgment on any case, even if you have to appeal, you have to abide by the law first. Release that man and then you appeal. But since Nigeria does not want to obey the law, the Nigerian is also a signatory to all kinds of, like ICC, AU, they have courts. We should proceed, first and foremost, go to Britain and ask British court, your citizens will be released. We are asking for the British people, without delay, to bring their citizens back. Or give us reason why they wouldn't do that. Go to AU, file a lawsuit, demanding that Nigeria must obey its own law, is a signatory to AU human rights and everything that is concerned with it. So we should go to all these courts and even go to ICC court, International Criminal Court. We can also say that Nigeria has violated law and continue to violate the rights of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by illegally detaining him after they extraordinarily, captured him from Kenya. So they're committing crime upon crime. That's what we should do. We should forget about, even to me, all these things we are doing at demonstration. These people, they're not going to listen to us. They know the game they're playing. We should follow them logically, get our lawyers to work, let them proceed to the international court, AU court, and sue them simultaneously. Let's demand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work, Agune Chamber. God bless you guys.
There were Mazi. We must continue. We are gradually winding down towards the end of this program. Calls are coming. Caller on what's up? You have been here since going to 35 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp, please.
Yeah,
there, you're a patient man. Go on there.
Mazi, good evening. Good evening.
There,
Mazi Chanasa Nworu, good evening, sir. This is Mazi Ugochukwu from Liberia.
There,
thank you. God bless you guys. There are many things to talk about, but I want to say something this evening. Biafran people that are listening, when the enemy want to use you, that thing that you like most is what you use to attract you. What am I trying to say? If you like, some people, if you like to steal, the enemy will use that thing to, draw your attention. And we all know that everybody want Biafra. We want Biafra. But the enemy among us today, they are using Biafra to draw you against your own brother. Our people, we need to be wise. We need to be wise. And let me say this: that Eberima is group that is feeding. They're telling you they're fighting for Biafra. So we that IPOP, one thing that hurting me too much, one thing that making me vex so much, these people are saying IPOP autopilot. What do you mean? Are they an organization? The man is playing their group.
Mazi, please.
Mazi,
please. Let us talk on something. I don't want us to waste our time on all these people. Please, I beg you. Please. Go on, please.
Okay, but no problem. One thing I want to tell people, we are fighting for the restoration of Biafra and release of our leader. Let Nigerian government know that we are asking them to release our leader now. And quickly, I want to ask Chanasa Nworu, the Agu one of Biafra. I want to ask him about Chike Doziem. For some time now we not hear about our Chike Doziem. Let us speak to us. We love him and we like to hear from him. So we are urging him, to tell us about him and let him come and address the Biafra. We love him so much and we want to hear about him. That's all. Thank you.
There were. I think Mazi Chike Doziem. He spoke here on the 1st of, I think on the 1st of January. Mazi Chanasa, go on.
Yeah. He made a national broadcast on 1st of January. Mazi Doziem is there. A lot of work, dear friends, I can tell you. There are a lot of work, a lot of paperwork, a lot of, a lot. It's sometimes also even to talk, you will become a lot of things trying to put things in order. And I think he will address their friends, maybe after this, their madness, they call selection, he will address their friends. And everybody must, for the fact he didn't come to talk, Mazi, I want us, every Biafran, to understand, yes, we're supposed to be talking, but is the talking, there are people on radio. Mazi Jonathan, you are doing a very great job on radio. I Peter as Mazi. Listening to these people also. These people, Mazi belong watching. Do you understand me? Listening to them. These guys, when they are preaching or when they are teaching, you will find out that they are giving the actual fact. They are keeping the struggle of Biafra, the hope very, very high. I know the members of the DOS suppose, but sometimes we don't come on air doesn't mean we are free. You understand me? It doesn't mean that we are not. A lot of things. People, they know the telephones, the communication, things break down here, and Fulani herdsmen invade here, mobilizing to this place, all these things. Sick people, legal people, all these things, if you don't follow them, we will miss some people along the way. We will lose people along the way. One thing that people are supposed to know is this. Even IPOB have grown from strength to strength. Most times, you found out the deputy HOD
talking. They can have meetings the whole week. The whole week. This country, IPOB, they are in many places. So I know when everything is put in order, and we have to know something. Why we are doing all this thing is to keep this struggle, we keep it going. We don't want to give them the impression that, oh, because that is the game they are trying to play. That is why they look like they know what they are doing. Because when people come out, only do say that, for example, you come outside, Chike will be expelled. Don't worry, I can tell you, they will expel Chike, they will expel Chanasa Nworu tomorrow. You go, you know the lies you are lying for Onyendu. You tell him wrong information. Onyendu is boiling. Some things we don't have to send it to Onyendu. Why are we leaders? He believes in us. He knows we can handle many things. And at that time, if it didn't go your way, because you have access, we are not scared of what we are doing. Open heart, dedicated, accountability, like one of our brothers said here. We don't supposed to beg for anything. But I thank Chukwu Abiyama that we have used this opportunity to build men who can go hunger and fight for the struggle. These are the men we cannot afford to disappoint. People are living on the blood of our men who has fallen. People are making money. And there are many of them, I have their names and I keep. Some of them, I know how much they have taken from people. Biafra comes by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama. These people must be questioned. They must be questioned. Those who are not part of IPOB, they go, they get the name of contact Chanasa Nworu. This thing, you take the name of the IPOB leadership. Somebody say, oh, how can I support this leader? You say you send it through me now. You take the name of IPOB leadership. You take money. Do we go to start talking all these things? No, we keep it. We will say the ones we have to say. And we will say the ones we don't want to say. We will say it. We keep the record. Let me tell them one thing. They should go and ask themselves. We didn't come. I can tell about myself. I didn't come by myself. I didn't come by myself. This struggle is why we are born. You start to plan. You can talk, do everything. But any day you plan to touch the life of this leadership, to touch the life of mazi Chanasa Nworu, it's not everybody you can kill. It's not everybody you can even if you dream about it. Because we are yet to finish this mission. Chukwu Abiyama has called us. Even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if it is not the wish of Chukwu Abiyama, it would have happened. Maybe he used this opportunity also to train men. Many of you have become very formidable at this particular point. I know many of our IPOB media warriors who became independent, who became very fierce this time around. They stood, it looks like as if they are the ones they are attacking. What are they doing? They are defending the structure. They are defending this struggle from enemies, because not everything Chike Doziem will come to say. Because by the time he will say it, he may let out some sensitive information. I'm telling you people always thank God there are people like Chike Doziem in this struggle. Because this is a man that critical thinking. He will weigh it in, weigh it out. They will weigh it, everybody. They will weigh it from all angles. They say, that is how a leader behaves. And for some of us, it is out of experience we become more wise.
when you open your mouth to say, we know where you are coming from. I know this, Yabia. When you just say, we know, we have tried. Since we started this struggle, we have tried thousands of experiments. We know the one that is working. We know the one that will not work. We have used many tactics. We know the one that will work, the one that will not work. We know the one we will strike in the next few months. We know. That is why when people said, your blueprint, we laugh. You think we are Nigerian government that come to read budget and do another thing on the House of Senate. We have come to restore Biafra. It is something we have dedicated our life. Self-determination is what all we are fighting for those who will like to misinterpret. For those of them who will like to tag IPOB, this is a fight. Tagging us terrorists will never stop this movement, but we won't use our hand to fall in as a victim, or we won't allow somebody to tarnish the image of Biafrans, those who have died. Many of our people killed in cold blood did not die because they were terrorists. They were killed innocently. Some of them were adopted in their homes. Some of them were adopted on the street. Some of them were killed at a point. They met them, and all of a sudden, then all of a sudden you allow people to tarnish the image of this struggle with terrorism. Things we have never dreamt of, things we cannot be able to do. But at the end of the day, I know and I strongly believe we will restore Biafra. This generation of Biafrans will restore Biafra.
There will. I have people waiting. I will allow this to.
We'll be rounding up.
Yes, these two callers. Caller on signal, you have been there since 26 minutes. Caller on signal, please. Welcome to the program. Your patient fine. Go on, please.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Jonathan. Good evening from here.
There will, Mazi.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Italy, Mazi Chanasa Nworu. Now, my question comes to you, Mazi Chanasa. I always call for the destruction Nigerian army and the so-called Bubago are doing in Biafra land, especially within Imo and the Anambra Islands. Some few days ago, they went and burned the house of somebody who is a headmaster or a teacher in the school, because either the son is an active member or somebody else, I don't know exactly, but they burned the house on the left. So my question is, what can we do to stop this killing or burning of houses of our people, burn their properties, and then they cut away all the belongings and they remain homeless? And what are we doing again? Can we do to restore their living places so that they will come back to their homes? So that's number one question. Then other thing is, according to this contribution, I want to thank the HOD, the DOS and the HOD for the memo I saw today. I'm very, very happy. I know because what you are saying concerning the accusation from anybody from all angles, I have become a victim of it. And those that accuse me that I steal from my POB are today being expelled from my POB or being removed from their position because they are criminals. They went even ahead to forge the signature of the HOD. Such person, in normal circumstances, is supposed to go to jail in Europe here. Forgery is imprisonment. So that is what he's supposed to do. So for him to forge this, we will keep the record for the person until when the time comes, or we treat him according to what we're supposed to do. And one promise I want to give: those that are playing with our money, you are worse than Fulani herdsmen in the bush, and will be dealt with that man. Any IPB money they are trying to take for the sufferings of our people, their houses are being burned down.
Their brothers are being killed. Everybody, my uncle was killed on this process, and all these things. And today, somebody are taking the money of IPOB to play. It's not something we take for granted, Mazi Chanasa Nworu. So, we should take record of those doing what they are doing. And what I want to plead to you people that do everything possible you can at our disposal or your disposal to see that our leader is released. Once our leader is released, this problem will be 90% resolved. And we know who is who. Those who stand for the struggle. The truth will appear completely. Because the hiding behind of Onyendu to say all manner of things they're saying against people. I am a Christian. I don't have any doubt about the leadership of this struggle for one day. I believe in you people, and I know what the people are doing is right. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
There we and you too. Mazi Chinas, you want to add anything, or should I take the last caller and you round up?
Mazi, it's okay. Take the last caller.
Caller on WhatsApp. You'll be the last caller, please. You have been here since 13. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Can you hear me? Mazi, your voice, I don't know what is. Are you using earpiece or what is happening? It's squeaky somehow. Go on, let's see. Go on. Remove your telephone, remove it from speaker, please, so that the sound will be sharp. Please go on. I don't know. It's better now. It's better. Go on.
Yeah, I want to ask the parents now. I want to ask
Mazi, I don't really understand. Mazi, you are wasting time on your phone. I don't know. If not, I'll take another person to close the program, please. You have been here waiting. Go on. No. Go on. I wanted to cut you. You are lucky. Go on.
Okay, I'm asking this person whether USL is in reality. Because what I heard last time and the information I get is that some of the Fulani terrorists are staying inside our bush and inside some of our farm settlements. So I also want to use the opportunity to plead on behalf of our community, because I'm from the Okay, because I heard last time, even last year, I showed the US was reality before that some of all these are evil politicians, they sabotage and before they leave their land. I want to kill them because of our community. Yes, I just later I will send this in the voice note to you. But I said that this is still inside our bush, and that people don't go inside the house settlement or inside the distribution.
There were. Mazi Chanasa. Please, you go.
Mazi, yes.
Yeah, you go on from there. You make your closing remarks, please. I'm no more taking any other call, please. Go on, Mazi.
Okay, Mazi, thank you so much. Mazi, that's our brother. You will get his contact so that he will tell us specifically the area where they said they are camping. It's unfortunate. Only in Enugu is where the Fulanis are making some moves because of the dirty politics that are being played in Enugu by Enugu. They see it as it's an opportunity for them to cause confusion and crisis because of election and because of the money they are making. But anyway, get his number. We will be able to hear from him. They will give us a direction, the area, and so that men will do the needful. Mazi, as we have come to the end of this program, I want to reiterate that tomorrow, Biafrans, let it be on record that IPOB worldwide, headed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have in no time ordered for any sit at home during this electoral period in Nigeria. Therefore, we want those who are said do not vote or there is no election. That is a complete fallacy. If you want to go and vote, you are free to go. IPOB is not going to attack anyone. IPOB have never done it before, and it is not now we are going to do it. Therefore, tomorrow, if you feel you are safe, you want to go and vote, there is somebody you have in your mind to go and vote, please go and do that. And also the day we call for our referendum, also be ready to come out and vote for Biafra. Again, what I want to also say, we know the Nigerian system, we know their tactics. They have tried and failed. Before this election, they tried and failed for us to enact that order. We know they are not giving up. They are going to go to another level. We are also stepping up our game. And for that reason, the IPOB leadership is giving the ESN command to be on a full alert in case of any eventuality. We have warned this that the blood of our people should not be used. The blood of our people should not be used every time for Nigerian election. Wherever you are, if you are in a Biafran, remain very close, remain very close to your family in case of anything. In the case of any breakdown of order because of their election, the ESN will eventually move in as soon as they can. What matters so much is that we do not want any bloodshed, we do not want any crisis during this election in our land. Always do not listen to rumor mongers, do not listen to people who want to intimidate you. In this struggle, we have come this far because of our way of reasoning, our awareness. We make the argument, and those who understand what we are doing knows exactly how IPOB operates. Therefore, in the next 24 hours, all this their selection and shenanigans will be over, and the ESM must be ready to take position in case of any eventuality. Because we know from the international report that none of these candidates is ready to accept defeat. This is a report that is out there in the public, and it is carried by the international agency. They have made it very clear that how desperate and how desperate these people are. None of these contenders for the presidential election is ready. They are not ready to accept any defeat. And you know, when two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. For that reason, we are not going to suffer. Our innocent people, parents, brothers, and sisters will not suffer for this their election. What we know, in any way they have done it, if they do it peacefully, our struggle continues. If they do it in a crisis, Mazi Chinedu, I will stop here. May Chukwu Okike bless you and bless all the millions of Biafrans listening all over the world. We must have in back of our mind that all we request or all we are fighting for is just for the restoration of Biafra. Our self-determination, the preservation of the Biafran people is one of our utmost reasons why we fight daily and while our people have died. And I will say we must continue to remain resolute, remain strong, put our leaders in your prayer, and we know in a short time he will join all of us and we continue where he stopped until Biafra is restored. Once again, dear friends, my name is mazi Chanasa Nworu. May Chukwu Okike Abịama bless every one of you. I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. Kachifonu mu Chineke.
There were mazi. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, you've had it. Today, my apologies to others that couldn't make it through the lines, either direct line, WhatsApp, Signal. In WhatsApp, I have thousands of missed calls, Signal, almost the same thing, direct line, the same thing. You know, two people will not be or cannot be talking or speaking in the same line at the same time. It is impossible. So we continue. That is it. You've had it. You've had the position of IPOB in this their selection, which they wrongly called the election, because they put it and supported by the West in order to, you know, just to masquerade and put in place any, it doesn't matter the standard. But here we are. We must continue in this restoration quest. Do not let any propaganda, any voicemail, concussions, stop allowing your emotions to have, to play more than your brain, please. Start taking care of your emotions and sentiments, and it will be well with each and every one of us. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our identity. We continue doing everything we could so that our leader will be released, and he will be, because the Nigerian court has released him. He is being illegally detained. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, together with Mazi Chanasa Nworu, it is simply good night. Yeah.